Bring it on, Jeremy.
Russ fought the law and the law won.
Russ
fought the law and the law won. Russ fought the law and the law won. Russ fought the law and the law won.
The what?
No, is that not it?
I think it's a start.
Septic man fought the law and the law won. Septic man fought the law and the law won. Mary fought the law and the law won. Mary fought the law and the law won. Where do you think I should go tonight? I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what you're doing either. I don't know what you're doing either. I'm just kind of going with it.
Turtle lady's gonna fight the law and the law's gonna win. Turtle lady's gonna fight the law and the law's gonna win. But remember, she has an attorney, but wait, she has to go to legal aid to get an attorney because she's old and don't have poor income. But she has an attorney, and the attorney's told her, and sheriff told her she could get a restraining order. And
it's a hot mess.
Oh my goodness!
Such a hot mess.
Is it ever? Everything in Otter Creek is
so odd. So odd.
So, what should you open us up in a song about tonight?
Let's stick with the classic.
Okay.
Let's give them a classic.
Used to be May there. Let's get rid of the classic. I can't bring it back.
Okay, just not feeling it, or you too pitchy, dog?
Why don't you sing it?
No, I'm just the co-host. I'm here to support whatever song you decide to sing.
Oh, so now you're just the employee. Now you're just the employee.
Max Lab, thank you for the $2. Happy Sunday Fun Day, everyone. Welcome back to our weekly live stream where we get to hang out with you guys at home in the live chat if you're joining us at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jeremy usually likes to start the live off with a song, but having a rough start.
If you love Otter Creek, type I love Otter Creek.
Spelled O-D-D-E-R.
Which, by the way, the very first Otter Creek baseball shirt is now being worn. It is.
That means, you know what that means.
It means there's going to be a baseball.
If it's
going
official.
to be a baseball team. There it is. The Otter Freaks baseball team, Florida, number 3.
We got to get that diamond back.
We got to get the diamond back. If you love Otter Creek, type I love Otter Creek.
Thank you, Renee, for the $5.
If you love Otter Creek, type I love Otter Creek.
They love them some Otter Creek.
Who doesn't love Otter Creek? It's an incredible place.
For those of you who doubted, for the no-sayers that didn't think Otter Creek existed,
they're finding out real quick.
You guys are finding out.
If you love Otter Creek and you want to be a freak.
Thank you, Matt, for the 2.
If you love Otter Creek, type I love Otter Creek.
Thank you, MJW Vlogs, for the $1.
If you love what the hills, type what the hills.
There you go.
Love what the hills, type what the hills.
There's the classic.
If you love what the hills and you love John Deere trails. We really need to get a John Deere here.
Or the mulcher. That mulcher trail.
John Deere. We could use
Mary Dale, thank you for the 2.
If you love what the hills. I'll tell you what we don't need. We do not need a turtle sanctuary.
No.
Type what the hills.
Woo! Thank you, Jeremy.
What is that? What are you doing?
Thank you. Round of applause.
What's that?
See the circle that I'm going in with my hand? That's called a round of
What's
applause.
the accent you're speaking in? That's new.
The Jeremy?
Oh wait, no, I know that one. I
That's
know
the
that.
same accent I always use.
I've heard that one. I have heard that one.
Yeah.
I have heard that one. Wow,
Jenny
what
Brown,
a week
thank you.
in Otter Creek and Hale's headquarters.
Yes, always a Hales of a week. Always an odd week.
Geez, where do we even start? Where do we even start? It has been so odd. Yeah, it has been completely and totally odd. I think we could start in saying that Russ the Sus has still yet to this day opened up Town Hall. It is still locked. It has not been opened. No business has been conducted. No residents that we are aware of have been inside. We have
Since
not.
the last meeting that was held illegally because not enough notice was given.
And Channel 20 covered that. Boy, I'll tell you what, the Chiefland Citizen did an incredible job on the coverage of the real story of Otter Creek.
Got both sides of the story.
And
as just one. Wesley Hale just upgraded. Thank you, Wesley.
As you're probably already aware,
Welcome,
we are in
Julie.
direct contact with Channel 20, and we are in direct contact with the Chiefland Citizen, and they have both asked, we want updates immediately. And I'm pretty sure you're going to see Channel 20 at the next Otter Creek meeting as well. But when will it be?
Yeah.
So right now you're thinking June 13th, right?
June 13th specifically because it's the second Tuesday of the month.
So second Tuesday of every month in Otter Creek is
Thank
the
you,
town
Cliff.
council meeting at 7 p.m. Now, there have been
Thank
people
you, Ian.
that have stated, boy, I wish I owned property in Otter Creek so I could go to the meetings. A public meeting is exactly what's in the title. It's public. You don't have to own town to go to a public meeting. You don't have to own property in the state to go to a public meeting. You don't have to own property in the country to go to a public meeting. It is public. They must allow you in.
For the 2.
And the public is and always will be welcome. If they do refrain you from attending, that is illegal, and that would be jail time for them. But in Otter Creek, that would only add on to the list of illegalities as it is already. So what a crazy...
Yarn Crazy King, thank you for the 20.
I wasn't going to say Crazy Yarn King, but what a crazy situation and
Tucker
circumstance.
Janie, welcome.
So here's what we know. We know that I am currently here at Hale's headquarters. We did not expect me to be here still at Hale's headquarters because what is happening is the attorney is attempting to get an emergency meeting. Now, under sunshine laws and under the state statute, remember, you understand what a state statute is, right? So, for example, remember when John Cook, he pulled out, he brandished the gun at me, pointed the gun at me, and then he was not arrested. And the reason was very clearly, despite what Turtle Lady says, and despite what Septic Man says, because Septic Man lied to the officer. You've heard it 100%. You heard it.
Welcome, Harley.
On What the Hales. So he said, no, I didn't even have a gun. Now the whole story from Turtle Lady is, well, he heard yelling and screaming. That's so funny because you see the whole video from the time I come on the property. There's no yelling and screaming. You hear me talking normally to the actual phone. It's a phone. That's all it is. It's a phone. It's right here. It's next to me. The microphone is right here. So there's no way he heard anything. They saw me going by. They've complained so many times that I go 65, 70 miles by their home.
I have also posted publicly that they yell at us as we're driving by.
Oh, by the way, she's posting publicly now that she kicked you off of her property. You remember that?
Which personality posted that?
Oh, that would be the Loon.
Thank you, Granny.
Not the Lunette. That would be the Loon. Loonette, short for lunatic.
Well, for those of you who are following what we're saying, you clearly know, you can read through the lines and you clearly know that there's something medically off mentally. And they both need professional help.
They both need professional help to
and
the
we'll
utmost
leave
degree.
it at that. for now.
So at any rate, my goodness, boy, oh, so much could be said there, but we'll leave that for court.
Thank you, Dreamer JS.
So what's happening is there's a state statute.
Stay tuned, Terry.
So what I was sharing with you is the state statute for John Cook to actually get arrested, septic man. He actually had to evoke fear into me. Okay. And because there was no fear, because I stayed, because he came out. So remember, they claimed that I was screaming and yelling at them. I went and reversed
Stephen, for the 10.
backwards to make sure that I was recording for Child Protective Services.
And for the animals' sake too. Yeah,
for sure. For the animals, if there's anything alive on that property. But that means
we did see a duck.
Well, there was a duck in the burn pile. Yes, there was a duck. So at any rate, I digress. I went backwards and I did not flee in fear. If I would have fled in fear, it would have met the state statute, which is the law. So the law states if he pulls out the gun and I show fear, then he would have gotten arrested. He'd be in jail right now. Because I didn't show fear, he has not been arrested. Now, to be very clear as well.
Thank you, Tim, for the 5.
For those that are in Otter Creek, I want to make this clear for you as well, because I know we have a lot of Levy County and we have a lot of Otter Creek people that are out there watching right now. Okay, so I want to make this clear as well, because Turtle Lady is being very clear. If you look over there on the side, I'm not afraid to wear my gun proudly, openly on my property. Let everyone knows, drive by, you mess with me, and I'll put a cap in your butt.
The 10.
So there you have. So I want to be clear as well. She wants to be clear. If you go by, she'll shoot you. I want to be clear as well. She pulls that firearm out, and you're driving by. You have every legal right to stand your ground and fire back. Okay. Now, I don't want anybody in any type of firearm situation in Otter Creek. But if you're going to be so bold to say such foolish things, you need to understand that if you're in Otter Creek, you need to be ready, because these people are extremely mentally unstable.
Both loose cannons, for sure.
Completely and totally.
Which is not safe for the child.
At all.
At all.
For anybody on the road. And so
thank you, Haskell, for the 2.
So it did not meet state statute because I did not show fear. So that being said, remember, we're talking about sunshine law. We digressed. We use that as an example to talk about sunshine law. For an emergency in sunshine law to meet the state statute, there has to be an emergency.
Thank you, Vicky, for the 5.
In regards to what Florida deems an emergency. And so right now, the lawyer, which is interesting because they're paying the lawyer, Attorney Worm, and that's what Russell calls him, Worm.
Worm.
Attorney Worm. It's Worm, W-A-R-M, but Russell calls him Worm. Attorney Worm. Oh, thank you, Attorney Worm. So it's Mr. Worm is attempting to put an emergency meeting together because as of right now, nothing is happening in town hall. So Russell has his intermediate mayor. I wouldn't call it a position.
Title.
I would call it a title. Everything is on hold.
Thank you, Steve.
Everything. So the question is,
thank you, Barbara, for the 2.
Are water meters even being read? We don't know. Did Richard quit? Did he not quit? He stated he would no longer read any of the meters in the last meeting. We don't know. Our water bills going to show up. How are people going to pay their water bills? So here's one of the things that Mary always said to me. On the 15th of every month, you owe this much. Really? I know nothing, nor would I ever give them a blank check to just charge me, or a credit card, or automatic
Especially
payment.
When you're getting charged over 17,000 gallons that you didn't use.
It's a swimming pool.
Right.
Now, that being said as well, they don't have any way to do automatic payments.
Even if they did have the option of automatic payment, I would not trust it.
Oh, never.
With
ever.
the way that town is run, I would not trust it at all.
No, never. Ever. So they don't have it. You can't do it.
Thank you, Green.
So the only way to pay them is either cash, which I would never, ever pay that in cash.
Correct.
Would never pay that in cash. You pay the town of Otter Creek in cash, and you have no record of payment, and you're screwed.
Yeah,
and you've
want
seen how
paper
much.
trail, so you pay with.
So even though I know
Carolyn,
vast majority of the world does not pay with checks anymore, the only way to pay your water bill in Otter Creek is with a check. Well, you could do cash too, but you would be extremely foolish to pay with cash. You must have a paper trail of payments with Otter Creek. Under the past regime and the past employment of Mary DeGroot, Russell Meeks Sr., and others that are involved, that we don't even know how deep it goes yet. So to meet state statute for an emergency, we don't know what that entails, but we do know that the lawyer, the attorney, Mr. Warm, is attempting to pull together an emergency meeting. So we're shocked that I'm even here right now. So we know at any moment I will be on another plane. Now, the last time I flew out, it cost me a solid $1,000 in expenses to go to the meeting. So I know Mary said that I had funding issues, and I can appreciate her point of view on that. Again, Mary, if we would have been on better terms, I would have helped you out. But nope, these are for George now. But Mary stated that we have funding issues. And honestly, I could care less that Mary stated I had funding issues. I just think it's funny. I actually find it hilarious.
We've never met him, Barbara. Thank you for the 5.
I actually find it hilarious that Mary would state that we have funding issues when we are probably the one of few in Otter Creek that actually doesn't have funding issues.
There's a lot of things that she has said on camera that people question and raise their eyebrow. Yeah.
And one of the things we want to do is we want to help the people of Otter Creek. Now, that being said, you want to help the good people. You know, the individuals who have already burnt the bridge, you got Turtle Lady, Septic Man, they are not welcome anywhere near our property ever. And the funny thing is they've publicly stated that we have kept them or oppressed them, or we have told them they're not welcome and banned them from other things. We've never said anything. And yet now we'll publicly state it. If they ever set foot on our property, well, I mean, you already see what she has stated. They are not, nor ever will be welcome. Ever.
Well, it contradicts her
everything.
Saying that she bans every sentence that comes out of her mouth contradicts what she says. She's so afraid of bringing illness to the child's life. Why would you even want to come around and be around a big group, especially the Christmas party?
Why are you bringing the child? Why are you bringing the child to the Meet the Candidates event where everybody witnessed her hitting Harley in the head?
Thank you, Nancy.
Why are you bringing the child? Why are you bringing the child for a Channel 20 interview? When
carrying her on your hip when
you have degenerative spinal issues and you can't lift anything, but here you are on your hip for Channel 20 interview, but your child has to be, contained because of nothing makes sense coming out of these people.
Very contradictory. Again, that's where it makes you think, okay, she definitely has multiple personalities.
That's the only thing we can come up with, and we'll find out because this is an issue that we are going to further in court. And now some of you probably right now are going, okay,
thank you, Nancy, for the 10.
Can you get a restraining order against Turtle Man and Septic, or Turtle Lady and Septic Man? And the hard answer is no. They have to commit. Florida is very, very difficult to get a restraining order, which is funny because she's actually out there telling people that she's getting a restraining order against us. All right, so here's how you get a restraining order in Florida. Unless you're family, there is exceptions if you're family. If you're not family, you have to have 2 crimes committed against you by that person. And so, for example, even if John Cook, if he did get arrested, he brandished the gun, he pointed the gun at me, that would have been assault with a deadly weapon. And so even if he did get arrested, I still would not have been able to get a restraining order against him. He would have had to have another charge, 2 incidents, before I can even attempt to get a restraining order against him. So unfortunately, we cannot get restraining orders against those two individuals. And the funny thing is they're out stating that they're attempting to get restraining orders, and that the Levy County Sheriff is helping them, and the judge is helping them, and legal aid is helping them get a restraining order against us. And yet, good luck. Good luck. I guess that's the best thing to say.
Well, now she has gotten smart and made it less public, and now it's a very small amount of people.
She has not gotten smarter. She still runs her mouth nonstop, contradicts everything.
What I'm saying is less eyeballs that are seeing the ignorance.
All the eyeballs keep sending it to us.
Elvis Presley Jr.
Just like Marla Hughes likes to send it to her, and Arthur Wiggins likes to send it to her.
Thank you for
and she can't do it on her own. Everybody else, every other eyeball just sends it to us. There's no wisdom in that whatsoever.
Again, for those of you who know what we're talking about,
literally cannot stop.
You're in the chat agreeing with us, telling us that it's just beyond ridiculous, and they're
goodness,
beyond ridiculous.
It is
posting a drug test saying that you're clean, but you're not clean.
Who's test positive for opiates, barbiturates. So here, I'm going to show them one more thing just for fun.
T. Robertson, welcome.
Now, I can promise you,
we're getting a lot of people becoming members this evening.
Well, that's perfect. I can promise you, this is not the first time she has done this to people, okay? This is when she moved to Otter Creek. There she is at my drive-through sign. What the hell? My new neighbors, loving my life, paid for land, building new house, new Jeep Gladiator, a beautiful baby girl, a new beginning, hearts on the mend. You get that? A new beginning, hearts on the mend, because she burnt the bridges where she was before.
For sure.
And now she's doing the exact same thing in Otter Creek. And it blows my mind. Mm-hmm. But we'll get back to the main issue of the legalities with the council meeting. So number one, the attorney is attempting to do an emergency meeting with an emergency meeting. And this is the only time you can give 24-hour notice. With an emergency meeting, you can give 24-hour notice. When Russ did it with 24-hour notice, he did it specifically to keep me away, keep Therese Granger away. So he did that illegally, which, don't worry, it's going to be a long, drawn-out process, but we will keep him accountable in the courts of law for what he did. And you got to be sitting there going, man, Attorney Worm has just got to be just shaking his head going, what did I get myself into? And anybody who actually defends Turtle Lady and Septic Man are going to be shaking their head going, I don't want anything to do with you.
Why did I even get involved?
Yeah, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and they don't have an attorney, because the very first thing the attorney is going to tell them, shut up. You are incriminating yourself with every single comment, every single video, every single statement. And when you delete it, we already have it. It's there forever.
It is there.
Okay. So we don't know when I'm flying back, but we do know that I'm going to be flying back, right?
Agent Lex wants to know, who's the oddest person in Otter Creek?
Jeez, that is...
It ain't Russ.
Okay.
It can't just be Russ.
Let's back up a little bit, because 95%... You don't really have to
answer that question.
95% of these people are the most precious people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only a handful over 100. So that literally means there are 95 incredible people. Sweet, loving, caring people. Mm-hmm. Okay? And so 95% of them are the greatest ever. Actually, we were filming today, and we're like, oh my goodness, we wish we had these people from Otter Creek here at Hale's headquarters. Oh, I wish we had help from this person from Hale's headquarters.
Hey, Jazz, thank you so much.
So it's a handful that has their hand in the pot, so to speak. And
Agent Lex, thank you for the 2.
It just gets odder and odder and odder. So what's your guess? What's everybody's guess? What day do you think I'm going to be flying to Otter Creek?
Iona Clark, thank you for the 2.
Let's get all of your guesses in the chat. What day do you all believe I'll be flying to Otter Creek?
Okay, let's let the chat do the speaking.
Well, what about you? When do you think?
I'm going to stick with the second Tuesday of the month.
You're going June 13th?
I am. June 13th, which is the second Tuesday of June. So
you're going June 13th, knowing everything you know, because you know everything I know. And
Yeah.
And I haven't shared with them everything I know. You're still going June 13th.
Yes. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I mean, it is Otter Creek and things are odd. So I'm going to stick with the second Tuesday of the month.
That would not be the appropriate twist and turns for Otter Creek. Yeah, I realize the family tree, the Meeks family tree, doesn't have twists and turns and branches. It goes straight up. But
I mean, I'm not sure how they're going to have the meeting because, like Russ said, ain't no clerk, ain't no show. There may not even be a meeting.
We already had a meeting with no clerk and no show. Well, there was a show, but
there was definitely a show.
I think what we need to do is we need to pray to God to bring the Hudsons back.
Freaks, thank you so much.
We just need to plead on behalf of Otter Creek to the Lord and say,
Adventure, thank you for the two.
We know you have the Hudsons up in glory, but we need them here in Otter Creek.
Terry Haddock, thank you for the two. A lot of people are guessing tomorrow, Tuesday, Monday, June 3rd, June 11th or 12th. Kathy says tonight.
It literally could happen tonight. Let me check my messages right now.
But there has to be a 24-hour notice, correct? Because technically it would be an emergency.
So they have to, for an emergency. Okay, legally it has to. Before they had to have a 7-day notice, and they didn't give that. So we don't even know what they're going to attempt to do. At this point, it's just put another thing on the list that they did illegally, and we'll charge them for it in court. Put another thing on the list that they did illegally, and we'll charge them for it in court. Same thing we're doing with Turtle Lady and Septic Man. Another thing on the list they did illegally, and we'll charge them for it in court. And so right now, it's just keeping tallies of everything. Mm-hmm. How big are your folders on Turtle Lady and Septic Man?
They're getting larger by the day.
Oh, my goodness.
Larger by the day. So if there is no clerk, there's no show, no one can pay their bill because no one's going to the bank to deposit them.
Interesting.
We know one of the two part-time clerks that they hired left for a better job, which you can't blame her. And we have not heard anything about the other clerk, correct?
We have not. We do not know about the other clerk yet.
About the other clerk.
But here's what I do want to share with them.
We still know that there is no ad posted.
I am going to show you the original ad that was posted for the part-time clerk
back in 20.
This was for the part-time clerk, Angela.
Thank you for the 5.
Now, if you see right in the middle of your screen, take minutes at meeting in the clerk's absence. You see it there? This is the official legal posting when Angela was
thank you, Richard, for the
hired for this position. Okay. Oh, you want to see something else funny? Okay, I gotta show them this.
Welcome, Chris.
And then Turtle Lady states, there were 2 of us that wanted that job, but they played a game and kept that from happening. Hold a second. Turtle Lady wanted the job as part-time clerk, but she can't leave the house. She's too busy taking care of a child, but she can spit out run-on sentences like crazy. Like crazy. You want something else sad?
Why would you expose yourself to bring home illnesses?
When you claim you can't do that.
Contradictory to everything that she says.
You want something else? You want to hear one of the saddest things? This woman, all these run-on sentences that she does.
Hear my voice. I understand what you're saying 100%.
She says all of this. She says all of this.
And it's childish.
She says all of this in front of her daughter.
Yeah.
She says it, all of it. All of these runouts, these talks to text,
in front of a 3-year-old.
all her toxic run-ons are all in front of the 3-year-old. You can hear the 3-year-old in all of it.
Yeah, it's pretty
sad. Now she's going to tell her lawyer that we have her camper bugged.
It's pretty sad.
She's going to tell her lawyer we have the camper bugged. We have the property bugged now. I shouldn't have shared that. Well, we'll figure it out. Okay, so we don't know what day. We think you think the 13th. I do not think
I'm thinking the 2nd Tuesday of the month.
I definitely don't.
Because it's just a dysfunctional town hall meeting.
Well, now the news is all over it.
Mm-hmm.
And do I even attempt to pay a water bill when I go for the town hall meeting? If it is, let's say it is on the 13th, and my water bill would be due, my 2 water bills would be due on the 15th. do I even attempt to pay that?
And no one's going to be able to pay their bill. Again, even if you were to send a
I mean,
check,
I can write a check.
it's just going to sit there in that little slot.
And am I going to get late fees? Because Russell, my guess is Russell put his bill. Remember when we went for the town hall meeting?
Mm-hmm.
My guess is Russell put his bill in that box, which was late. And I want to know if he paid the late fees. I want to know if Russ the Sus Meeks the Third paid late fees because he was a day late. And they have it. This is the fee if you pay by the 15th. This is the fee after the 15th. And you better believe I'm going to subpoena what he did and when he paid this last water bill. Trying to get away with it. But yet charging me and other people, but not charging other people.
So the question is, if Richard said during the last meeting, this will be the last time I ever read the meters, I wonder how they proceed with that. Do they give estimates like Don said?
Well, I don't know. I mean, people aren't going to get a written bill, are they? If you don't get a bill, so I guess you can't claim I didn't get a bill, therefore I know I don't owe. Mm-hmm. Even though that's one of the things I've been saying with Mary, you don't get a bill to me on time. Your bills come to me after the due date, then I pay it. But I know the bill is coming. So I wait for the bill, and then I've seen crazy amounts, and then I paid the bill. If we know no bill is coming this time, what do? So you owe. I mean, one of the things I'm fighting for, one of the things I'm going to, in my lawsuit for the water, which has not been filed yet, that'll be the second lawsuit that's filed after the records come. In my lawsuit for the water, one of the things I'll be requesting is refunds for every single resident in Otter Creek. Refunds for everybody. And the town to put check valves on everybody's water line because they're the ones that have set the town up for failure in regards to this. So that's going to take time, though. Maybe we get the refund this next month. Maybe we get it all.
Free water. You get free water this
free
month.
Water for you.
Free
water. And Mary said nobody in Florida gets free water. I can't believe it. By the way, how's the water been here at Hale's headquarters?
The water here has been great. We do need to buy more salt for the system.
Yeah.
I put that on my list.
So here we filter the water a couple different ways, or we cleanse the water a couple different ways. We use UV, we use a UV light, and then we also have a water softener. So we prefer the soft water over the hard water. The soft water is nice. It
is really nice.
It makes your skin glow. So you've enjoyed the soft water. And we have two types of water here. We have well water, and this well water is good well water. It's sweet, good, clean well water here at Hale's headquarters. And then we also truck in water because the well doesn't keep up throughout the entirety of the year. Right now, it does really well, but no pun in regards to it doing well and it being a well. But in a couple more months, it's going to dry up and we'll have to truck water in. That's just the way it goes with the water here. So you enjoy the water.
Yeah, it's nice. It doesn't smell like farts and blood. And
that's a shame. That's a shame. Or straight up bleach.
Yeah, it doesn't dry up my skin. It's not harsh on my skin, and it's nice.
It's actually clear. That's kind of nice too.
Yeah, it's not iced tea. It doesn't have an iced tea tint to it.
Actually, one of our neighbors. So we have plans tomorrow with our neighbors. Can you believe that?
Thank you, Kathy, for the 5.
We have normal neighbors. They're twice our age. Yep. We have plans with them tomorrow. We'll be with them all day tomorrow. We'll be hanging out all day tomorrow with them.
Jody Chance, thank you for sharing. Thank you for the 5.
And we love them. They are absolutely
tomorrow
incredible.
Is
Memorial Day.
So we will be doing something with them. Not that we don't do things with our neighbors in Otter Creek. There's select neighbors that we hang out with.
Well, definitely ain't Brian and Tina, and it definitely ain't
no one on our street.
Turtle Lady and Septic Man. Yeah. Well, yeah. There's not much to, but
Christopher Brown makes a motion for some WD-40. Thank you for the 2.
But we'll be with them all day tomorrow.
Thank you, Carolyn. Appreciate it.
And they texted me yesterday. They said, hey, we're running low on water. Can we come get some of your water? I was like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Mickey Chick, thank you so much.
But they took the water from our creek.
For their plants.
They were like, hey, our cistern is running low. Can we fill up on some water?
Tracy Lee, thank you for the 20.
I'm like, yeah, we got plenty. We actually, our cistern has been overflowing, but they went to the creek and they filled up for their plants and some other things. So I don't know if they were pumping it or what they were doing, but I was like, yeah, whatever. Come get whatever water you need anytime. They're
a pretty awesome couple.
We have 3 creeks here.
We do.
Yeah, they are an awesome couple. They had us at the house the other day and they were like, hey, we want to show you the loft. They're like, when you own this house, you guys can put another bedroom up here. So they already have a plan. They want us to own their home.
Yeah.
And their property is adjacent to our property. And they are 100% serious. Their plan is for us to own their home. And I said, well, what about the kids?
And they're giving us ideas of what
they're like,
to do.
well, you can do this, and we did this.
After
like,
they pass.
They've walked us through everything. Like we know more about their house than we know about ours. And they're very clear that they want us to take care of their home because number one, they have great pride in what they've built and what they've done. And I think the reality is they feel like we'll care for it. And we like things to care for things. And I think one of the best things that they did is they built 1 story with a tremendous amount of storage in loft areas. And they built a basement area, which isn't even, it's a basement, but it's in the hillside. It walks out. That is all for in-house care. It's for a nurse to live on site in the home.
Event that they need to hire a nurse to care for them. Carol, thank you so much for the 3.
So they asked us, they're like, well, when you own this house, what are you going to do? I was like, well, we'll probably move into your house because we're a mess. So, and then we'll hire a nurse full time. And
welcome, Barbara.
But they're dead set on us. And we'll be with them all day tomorrow. So they're taking us to a local parade and memorial service, and we're just gonna have a good time with them tomorrow. So
yes,
they're very, very, very sweet people, and they came to Otter Creek. I think we shared that before, didn't we? They came to visit us in Otter Creek. So our Hale's headquarters, headquarters neighbors,
they made a pit stop to come visit us on the way back.
And they looked at us like, what are you doing?
They thought they were on a different planet.
They were like, what?
When they came to Otter Creek, they were just like, what? How did you even find this place?
Yeah.
So many people ask us that. How did you even find that place?
It was all based on a business plan.
Yeah.
All based on a business plan. We wanted to be 2 hours from Tampa.
We wanted to be close to the Gulf side. We wanted to be on the Gulf side of Florida.
We wanted to be in the middle of all the major cities where we could hit up auctions.
Correct.
And
because we
we resell.
If you're only up to speed with the Otter Creek saga,
that's not what we do.
That's not what we do.
That is not who we are or what we do.
No.
It just happens to be a phase right now in our life because of the things that they've done to us.
Richard, thank you so much for the 10.
And having to film for accountability. I look forward to the day where we don't have to film in Otter Creek for accountability.
Thank you so much for the 20.
That we film storage units and treasure hunting and all kinds of fun things.
So we do buy storage units that go up for auction.
Flippin' Adventure said they came to Otter Creek with their cute little naked kitty Yoda. Yoda goes everywhere. She thought they were younger, and I told her they're active for their age. Oh, they're very active.
They're very active.
And Yoda, we gave him a bubble backpack for Yoda. Yoda's a hairless kitty cat.
Yes.
And
he's
mean.
Sweet.
No, he's not sweet. He's mean.
Well, he's afraid.
He will only
of the elements.
He will only be sweet to her. He don't like him or us. I mean, Yoda's attacked you.
He has?
You don't remember?
No.
Here we go with the memory issues again.
I mean, if he did attack me, it wasn't anything that scarred me or I wasn't traumatized by it.
Yoda has attacked you and gotten in trouble and had to go to the bubble.
Well, then it must have been nothing big because I don't remember. But yeah, he is kind of weary about strangers. He has that stranger danger.
With the coyotes out here, probably smart.
Yeah. He's spoiled. They spoil him.
Day one, we got back to Hale's headquarters. In the middle of the day, I saw a coyote walk right into the road, into their front yard. And I texted him. I was like, I just got back. There's a coyote literally laughing at me in your front yard. You okay?
Well, we also found out that coyotes are being released to help with the
deer population.
population.
Which we want the deer. I feel like I just keep pulling my phone up to show everybody everything. We want the deer right now at our salt lick.
So I'm okay with the deer being by the salt lick. I'm not okay with the deer coming in and eating the hostas close to the house, which they do. And the hostas are huge. They're so big. Cindy Lou, thank you so much for the 10. A lot of people are wondering about the wagon full of boxes leaving town hall. We don't know any of that yet. Yeah, so stay tuned for that.
Here's $2 at the Salt Lick. They're button bucks. Actually, the one to the right is a little bit more than a button. So we want the deer. We absolutely want the deer. And we set the property up to where we can see the deer. You can see that. That's the middle of the day. I can see the deer lick right now. Mm-hmm. We've set it up to where we could actually watch the deer
and
during
have our
the day.
own little nature center.
We have right outside our office windows is 100% nature center. We want to invite nature. We're inside. We want to invite nature inside without it coming inside, and we can observe it, and we love it. So we want the deer for sure. The coyotes, not so much, but Yoda's got to be a little bit concerned about the coyotes.
I don't like the coyotes during the day. They can come out and do whatever they want at night.
Did you put the chickens away? That reminds me. Did you put them away?
Did.
Okay.
I took some treats. And
I was just peeking.
I locked them up around 6.
I can see the chicken coop up the mountainside.
John Treadway, thank you for the 20.
We appreciate it, John. So we don't know anything. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, John, I sent you a picture. Hopefully you got that email.
We don't know anything that was taken out in the boxes yet.
Thank you, Psychic I Am, for the 5.
Nor can we do anything about it yet until we actually have a court date and then we subpoena the information. So until we get our court date. So let's talk about that. How do you get a court date? So we shared this week when you file a lawsuit.
Suit Freak, thank you for the 5. He's saying the Bucks look sus.
We love them. They keep coming back, but they have been eating your hostas.
So the deer up north are much bigger than the ones in Florida. The ones in Florida remind me of greyhound dogs. They look like they're so small and petite.
Deer up here up north, they're upwards 4 times the size of the Florida deer. Mm-hmm. So when you file a lawsuit, let's get into the lawsuit and their response. Okay. So you file a lawsuit. Let me explain this as clearly as I possibly can. Number one, there's a legal course. And what I mean by course, let me back up even a little bit more. The way to handle things in today's world in our country is through the judicial. I can't even say that. It's through the legal system.
Welcome, Kitty Mama.
Okay. The way to handle things.
Thank you, Roberta, for the 2.
In our country today is through the legal system. If you have a conflict, it's the legal system. Okay. Mm-hmm. If you have, an issue with somebody, it's through the legal system. That's why it exists. That's why lawyers exist. That's why judges exist. So that's how our world works. Now, I'm also going to share with you, the more money you have, the more you're going to have legal issues. For the 2. The more money you have, the more people are going to try and get it. The more legal issues, the more you're going to be spending it because now you have legal issues. You spent money on something, you didn't receive what you spent your money on. You have a legal issue. You've got, the more you're out there, you're spending, you're receiving, the more issues come into your life. It's volume. It's based on volume. So the more income you have, the more volume you're going to need legal support because that's how things are done in this world.
Vaughn.
It's unfortunate, but that's the way things are done in this world.
Mhm.
So when you file a lawsuit against somebody, you're the plaintiff. And all that plaintiff is doing is saying, I'm filing a lawsuit against you. This is the law you broke. And so that goes before a judge. And then the defendant is the other party in there, the other person. And the defendant is called a defendant because they have to defend themselves against the law that the plaintiff says that they broke. So the way that it works is the plaintiff files lawsuit. The defendant has 20 days in Florida. It's different in different states.
It will
in
vary
Florida,
from state to state.
and different issues as well. So in Florida, they have 20 days to respond. And your response is guilty, not guilty, and why. And then once the judge, if you're a defendant, you always respond not guilty if you're going to fight it in court. I've yet to ever see anybody respond guilty. Okay. So once you respond not guilty, this is why the town of Otter Creek is not guilty. Point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. And you saw Otter Creek did none of that. All they did was give no response. They should have given a response, not guilty. Can we get 20 more days to get another response? They didn't even give a response.
Thank you, Flo.
And so what happens once the judge or the court system receives the plaintiff, you broke this law. The defendant says, no, I'm not guilty. This is why. Then you're scheduled a court date. And then that's where you have court hearings. And so right now, what the town of Otter Creek has done under Attorney Warm. Thank you, Mr. Warm. Mr. Warm.
Warren.
Mr. Worm.
Worm.
What Mr. Worm has done has basically said, we need 20 more days because we don't know who the mayor is going to be and we don't know who the lawyer is going to be. And we don't even know if the insurance is going to cover this lawsuit. Now, if the town of Otter Creek was smart, and if Russ was as smart as he thinks he is, instead of antagonizing the people that he was actually nominated and voted to serve, instead of antagonizing them to sue the city or the town, that he would know, oh, yep, I got the appropriate insurance. Mr. Worm doesn't even know what the insurance is doing. And you know Russell has no idea what the insurance covers. And let me just...
Which is foolish on his part, because if he's going to keep throwing the term sue us and not know that you have insurance to cover...
Sue us.
Silly man.
You disagree with me? Sue us.
So
okay.
Silly.
He antagonizes the people he represents to sue him. Now he's in a lawsuit. And his face is beat red in every single meeting. And let's face it, he's scared of me. And he should be. He should be. The things that he has done and the things he's going to be held accountable for. So they're basically saying, we don't know if our insurance is going to cover this.
So that
why
wasn't
not
part of the bills that he made motion to pay the bills?
Come on. Your motion to pay the bills. Who knows if the insurance is even getting paid? Maybe the money's going in Russell's pocket. Nobody knows anything. How in the world can you be in a lawsuit right now and have yet to be on the phone with your insurance, finding out if your insurance is going to cover this and if they're going to designate a lawyer? Now, I know how this part works because I used to run a multi-million-dollar business. And so we got sued once for a horse. So we had horse trails. We got sued once for a horse, and a horse bucked a person off of the horse. Okay. And the law was very, very clear in the state of Ohio. Anybody who partakes on horseback riding, you do it at your own risk. And the person who owns the horse is not responsible for anything whatsoever. No, never has that been overturned, ever. And so they sued our insurance company. My insurance company went, all right, this is the lawyer that's going to be defending you. And she did, and destroyed them.
Jeanette, thank you for the 5. So did the folks of the town have to pay for that lawsuit?
No, the folks of the town aren't paying for the lawsuit. The town is paying for the lawsuit.
Okay, so there's people chirping in other people's ears saying that the town...
Because they're foolish. They have no... Marla Hughes has no concept of reality. Lynette, Michelle,
Jeanette,
Preston
so
has no concept of reality. This doesn't touch the people's money. And now you're going, well, what money is it going to touch? If it's the town's money, it's the people's money. Okay, well, you have tax money that's coming in, and it's given by the county. You've got water money that's coming in. That's going to be designated towards the water. You can't touch these designated funds. So your water money that's going in can't be utilized to pay for, everything is designated in the town. And so is there money? The answer is no, they're broke. I've already shown you the report. I've shown you the official audit. They are on the brink of financial emergency and broke. They can't afford the lawsuit. And here you have Russ the Sus going, sue us, sue us. What money are they going to pay for? You can't go to the residents of Otter Creek and go, oh, by the way, we're getting sued. We need money from you to pay for the lawsuit. It doesn't work that way. The town entity is getting sued, and Russ the Sus and Mary DeGroot, they will be held responsible, and Laura Mott and anybody else who was on the council who approved things that were illegal will be held responsible. You can't go to the town. They can't go over. Let's just use a random person. Give me a random person. We'll say the campground. We'll say the campground. They can't go over to the campground, over to the Grangers and go, we're in a lawsuit. We need $1,000 from you. It doesn't work that way. You can't go to them and go, we need $1,000. We're in a lawsuit. When the town is broke, it's done. It's over. It's broke. And they're already there. They can't afford one lawsuit, let alone many lawsuits. And yet they're going to be in them. How in the world can you not be on the phone yet with your insurance company, knowing whether they're going to defend you or not in court? How
are they going to call if they don't know the number and if there's even a policy in place?
Who cares? Mary was there for one full day. Mary was seen throughout the week. Even though she supposedly she quit that day, she was in the office throughout the week. She put up boxes in the window. We already have video proof of all of that. It's been videoed. Okay, so how in the world are you not on the phone with your insurance company the very first thing? And by the way, your insurance company will tell you within mere moments, yes, we cover that and we are going to defend you for that. It is literally mere moments. How could the attorney Warren not be on the phone before he even wrote up a response? It blows my mind. Blows my mind. And then to go, well, we don't know who the mayor is going to be. It doesn't matter who the mayor is going to be. It literally will not matter who the mayor is going to be because Russell Meeks Sr. is the one responsible. It doesn't matter who the clerk is going to be because Mary DeGroot will be the one held responsible.
Thank you, Marcus.
It doesn't matter who the attorney is going to be, which I can't believe that anybody in their right mind would ever keep this attorney on. I mean, this guy is... You can make up your own.
Well, you guys have seen him in the video, so a lot of you have expressed. A lot of you have expressed your opinion on him.
So, how in the world would anybody in their right mind keep this attorney on retainer, which they're probably not even paying retainer? He's on for the town, getting paid by the hour to sit on the other side of a computer in the comfort of his home. He has never once even fathomed that the town of Otter Creek was going to be in a lawsuit. He's just taking the money in at home on the other side of the screen. So whether he can even physically defend them in court is a whole nother issue. Doesn't matter. Should have responded and said, guilty, not guilty, this is why. And if their insurance is involved, this is the insurance, this is who they've set aside as their defendant. That's it. It really is that. That's so. What I told my lawyers: file a motion. Well, it's an objection. File an objection. Object to their request for 20 days. I want my day in court immediately. I've waited 3 years. 3 years.
Thank you, Laura, for the 5.
Now, what's 3 years or what's 20 more days after you waited 3 years? It's 20 more days.
What is another 20 days?
Who knows what's going to happen in Otter Creek in 20 more days, right? We just don't know.
Well, I wish my crystal ball was working, but it's not. It isn't.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
Sad.
Now, our attorney costs $400 an hour and is a former judge in Florida. He knows the rules. He knows the system. He knows the law. He is the most expensive.
Dana, thank you so for much, the 100. Dana.
He is the most expensive lawyer in the county, and appropriately so. You get what you pay for. By the way, if you want to go to legal aid and get legal aid, have fun with that. But you get what you pay for, right? So that's what we have done. We retained the most expensive lawyer on purpose because he's the most experienced former judge and he knows the ins and the outs. And I'll share with you, when I went to him originally, he said, Jeremy, thank you for bringing this to me. He said, if it was anybody else, I would tell them it's not worth their time or their money. You're going to spend more money on the legal system than you're ever going to get back out of this. He goes, but it's you. He goes, you're doing this for justice and for the people. He goes, thank you for actually bringing something fun to me. He goes, he goes, we all know about Otter Creek. He goes, this is going to be fun. And I agreed with him. I was like, yeah, you're going to have fun with this. And all the conversations we've had with him about, and you have to understand there's client privilege and confidentiality as well, attorney and client privilege, but his mind is blown. As soon as Turtle Lady and Septic Man got a cease and desist, who do you think they called first? Who do normal people call? Their attorney. Who did they call? Him, my attorney. And his mind is just blown. He's like, who in the world follows you to Otter Creek? I'm like, yeah, no kidding. He's like, oh my goodness. But he's having, I will say that it's mind blowing to him as well, but he is having fun with it all at the same time. He's like, well, this isn't boring. It's like, this is so much better than the boring stuff that I typically have to do.
Well, we do have mail tonight.
We do?
And I think with what we have to open, will take us into...
We've got one box.
But that one box, I think, will take us to where we need to be. Matt Bond sent $2, says, can you post what court and county you filed to follow?
We've got one box. Well, Matt, it's Levy County. It's not that hard to find. It is not that hard to find. All right, we got a box. We got a box of treats.
It's a pretty box.
Look at that. That is a box of treats. It's from trytreats.com. And they've sent us treats before, haven't they?
They have a handful of times.
Okay. All right, who wants to guess?
Oh.
Which country? It's always from a different country.
Yes.
Which country is this?
I'm cheating right now. I'm looking at the...
I'm going to say, Georgia's cheating. I'm going to say it's got to be Asian. I see the yin and yang. You see the yin and yang?
Yeah.
It's got to be Asian. There's a yin and yang in there.
Yep.
You see it?
Oh, a lot of people are guessing Japan, Korea, South Korea,
All right,
Korea.
I'm going to bust it open.
Japan, Korea.
Where's it from, George?
This one says explore Korea.
Korea.
This one says explore Korea. And then this one says welcome to South Korea.
This says cuckoo pie. Is that a cuckoo pie?
Choco pie?
Oh, I thought it was cuckoo. I was thinking of our neighbors. I was thinking of our Otter Creek neighbors.
Choco pie. Ooh, this is probably like one of those moon pies.
Look at this. There's a custard. Check that out. It's a custard.
Ooh, that's probably going to be so good with...
Are you going to save that for breakfast?
With coffee? Oh, which I need coffee
Cuckoo boy.
right now.
Cuckoo boy. Him and Septic Man should get together. Okay. What do we got here?
Where is the one that explains what everything is?
It's by me. Is that George? Is that
You
George
have
right
it?
there? Yeah, I have it right here.
Here's a picture of South Korea.
This is the cheat sheet she's looking
Oh,
for.
yeah, I was looking for the cheat sheet.
All right, there's the cheat sheet. I'm just going to keep looking at the
Debbie
food.
Vaughn says, I want a cuckoo pie.
This looks like grass. That's Korean grass.
Is it?
I know somebody who would want some of that.
That
I know
is
what they would
seaweed.
do with it.
It's toasted seaweed.
That's seaweed?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you put it in a pipe or something.
I mean, you can roll up sushi
Okay.
with that.
What's this? I don't know.
SGB, thank you for the vibe. Says
Appreciate
if you ever need
it.
a guitar repaired or built, holler.
Always need a guitar built. Butter coconut, sweet
Ooh.
biscuits. Ooh.
That might be really, really good.
I'm saving the seaweed for you.
Okay.
Because I don't want to rob you of that joy of seaweed.
Well, I would never eat seaweed alone.
I would hope you wouldn't eat seaweed alone.
The only time I've ever eaten seaweed is when I've had sushi rolls.
Let me
Never
see your
alone.
sushi roll, sushi roll, sushi roll.
What do you want to try first?
I'll try the cocoa pie with you. The cuckoo
Okay.
pie.
The cuckoo pie?
Are you ready?
It probably tastes like a moon pie if you guys are familiar with moon pies.
Mm-hmm. It's very dry, like a moon pie.
It is. It tastes just like
It's a moon pie.
I just made some crumbs.
Oh,
there we
let
go.
me get those.
There we go.
Got it. Got it. See that there? Things are getting crummy down there.
All right. A lot of you are wondering, are you guys going to be having an auction this evening? And
Yes.
the answer is yes.
Yes, we are. And there's crazy stuff. I see a box of comics. If you want to get some treats from Korea, there you go. You can try some treats.
Mm-hmm.
Try some treats. That's the only mail that we have. The only mail that we have. So, Otter Creek blows our mind what's going on in Otter Creek. Can't believe that their response was no response. They're asking for 20 days when they shouldn't need 20 days. It should have been filed immediately. And I think I'll be there within a day or two. I honestly believe I'll be on a flight within a day or two. George thinks that
I'm thinking the second week. A lot of people in the chat are guessing the 30th, which is this upcoming Tuesday.
I don't know why she's thinking that.
What, the 13th?
Yes.
I mean, would you be surprised if it does get pushed to the 13th?
You know what? With Otter Creek, I don't even know anymore. I don't know anymore.
So let's switch gears and go into our auction this evening.
You're going to switch gears?
If this is your first time attending our live
I'm going
and
to switch
attending one of
clothes
our
then.
live bulk auctions, I will go through the terms and conditions.
What do you
First
think I'm
thing-
going to wear?
I think he's going to put on a matching t-shirt, successfully fun employed t-shirt, just like me. If this is your first time attending our auction, first things first, make sure you are in live chat and not top chat. This is super important. That way, Jeremy and I, along with the viewers at home, see the live chat happening in real time. Top chat just mixes it all up for whatever reason.
We match.
We don't match. I was wrong.
I got you.
If you're watching from a cell phone device, they've changed it from live chat to all messages. If you're watching from the Facebook platform and you don't plan on bidding tonight, stay where you are. You can continue watching. But if you want to bid, you're going to want to make sure you hop off of the Facebook platform and hop onto our YouTube platform and make sure you're subscribed. It is for free so that you could bid and participate in the live chat. All of the lots that I show this evening, there is a $25 minimum bid.
Did you say this evening?
Yeah, I mispronounce words all the time, like Ross.
Like rough.
I do.
Rough the stuff.
All of the lots that I show this evening, there is a $25 minimum bid that includes free shipping if you live here within the United States. If you live outside of the United States, just know that there will be additional shipping costs. And those costs vary anywhere between $50 and $200. It's all based on the weight of the lot, the dimensions of the package, and where you're located in the world. So just keep that in mind if you live outside of the United States and you want to bid this evening. Just know your country's customs laws and if there's any import fees. Our auction style, thank you, Chris Allen. Our auction style is minute to win it. I will show the large bulk items. You can start putting your bids in the live chat immediately. And then once I'm done showing the lot, Jeremy will throw up a 1-minute timer, and then you have a minute to put in your last minute bids. And then whoever the highest bidder is, once the time ends, our awesome moderator will type sold in the live chat. And then whoever the highest bidder is, as soon as she types in sold, is the winner of that lot. If you are a high bid, one of the high bidders this evening. If you're one of the highest bidders this evening, we ask that you send us your information immediately to whatthehales@yahoo.com. We will display the email once we start the auction. Jeremy, along with our moderators, will remind you throughout the auction where to send it and what to send. We ask that you send us your real name, your YouTube profile name, your mailing address, and your high bid amount, along with the lot that you bid on. If you're runner-up and you want to be considered as the backup bidder, we ask you that you send us the same information as well. Your YouTube profile name, your real name, your mailing address, your high bid amount, and the lot that you bid on. Either tonight or tomorrow morning, I will send a PayPal invoice. You don't have to have a PayPal account in order to pay that invoice. You can pay using either your debit card, bank card, credit card, or obviously if you have a PayPal account. Keep in mind, as we're auctioning these things off, everything is sold as is. There's no guarantees. There's no returns. We auction the items off to you as they're found in the abandoned storage units, as we find them in the units or wherever we source them.
Did you want to tell them all that I'm an electrician and I had a surveying company?
We can share that later once we start the auction.
Oh, okay.
We will do a practice lot if this is your first auction and you're not sure how it works. And then at the end of the auction, I'll have 2 lucky winners this evening. You'll have a chance to win a free lot. That's right, people. A free item based on a trivia question that Jeremy will be asking, which I hope you do have a question.
Flippin' Adventures sent me questions.
If you're not interested in buying or bidding for the entire lot, but you see maybe 1 or 2 items that you want to purchase, feel free to network with one another. We're okay with you guys doing that with the higher bidders. And then as best practice, make sure you guys refresh in between every lot. That way, you know that there's no lagging at home. And then throughout the auctions, keep in mind that there are YouTube glitches and it's something that's out of our control. We are at the mercy of them. So if you're placing your bid in the chat and we're not seeing it, Jeremy's not seeing it, or our moderators aren't confirming it, try typing out the number instead, or putting dollar signs or other symbols ahead of it or behind it. For example, instead of typing in 100 as in 100, try putting maybe a couple dollar signs ahead, in front of the 100, or type in the word one, O-N-E, and then the word 100.
H.
H-U-N.
Dread. H-100.
And then also, if you have no intentions of paying, please do not bid. That will get you banned and you will not be able to participate in any future lives. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get set up.
You are?
Yes. And
Okay.
then Jeremy's going to help me get set up as well.
Apparently, I'm going to help her get set up.
And then I need to find
See what I do here.
something to do a practice lot on.
All right. Normally, setup doesn't go too smooth. That's normal. Let's see what we got here. And cords everywhere. That's what we got. And let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and add George to the stream.
I accidentally hit my camera.
Well, I guess I'm just adding the table. I'm adding the table right now. And then that's not too bad right there. Don't you dare, woman.
This is practice.
No. There were
practice.
only 4,000 of those made, and I bought 2 of them, and they're still sealed.
Are these identical?
Yes, but there's 500 of the pink stale gum color, and that this is an actual Nintendo game for Garbage Pail Kids, Mad Mike, and there was only 4,000 made. I bought 2 of them, and there's a surprise. 500 of those are pink cartridges. The others are red cartridges. Put those back. They ain't even funny. Put it back.
This is practice. It's not really going up for auction.
It ain't funny. Look at George. She's in top chat. She's telling all of you guys to be in live chat, and she's in top chat. All right, there we go. Michael Laporte just became a super fan. Thank you so much, Michael. All right. I really don't think you should be touching those. I don't want those damaged at all.
This is just practice.
Now you got fingerprints on it.
You had fingerprints on it by opening the box.
I didn't. I had.
Let's do the practice and keep it moving.
Gloves.
Let's keep it moving. Let's do the practice.
Just tell you, you can't bid enough for these. Okay, you can't have them. There are only 4,000 in the world. But if you could have them, $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States, additional shipping outside the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no return. Seriously? That was a gift from a fan last
This is
week.
part of the practice. We do bulk lots where you get bulk items of the same thing.
I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back.
Of the same
Be right back.
thing.
Be right back, guys. Just want to add this in, okay? So we're going to put this in right here now. So this you will get. I will ship this to you personally.
This is practice. This isn't
You will
really
get
going up
this.
for auction.
You will get this. This you will get no matter what. That you can have.
He's just joking with ya.
Nope.
He's
No joke.
Just joking.
No joke. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. You got to
There's
bid
an
fast.
Elvis fan.
You got to bid furious. You only got 1 minute to win it. Let's
and
do
another
this.
Elvis fan.
Let's do this. 1 minute to win it. All right, I see lots of bids coming in. I see Shelvis's. I see Playfair YouTube from Christine Roman Noodles. Roman Noodles sounds good right now. Two Dippy came in at 250. And I see all kinds of bids. I see a slice of pizza I'm eating from Danielle Oatman. That would, if it's meat lovers, I'd be all about that. Crafty Jen said sanity. Okay, we'll take it. 30 seconds left to go. Twin YouTube baby Georges. That would be awesome. That would be a 2-inch pipe from Stacy. 2 cans of WD-40. That would be incredible as well. 10 million fruit types of bones. I almost ate all those bones. Please don't send any. I do not need any more.
He's got cavities. He has so many cavities.
I have cavities.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Catch up for life. All right, now we're looking for Flippin' Adventures. Flippin' Adventures is going to say sold. An honest mayor from Shelly. Sold! Seriously, it's just practice. Shelly, I'm going with your bid. An honest mayor. You get all the Elvis items. I will send it to you personally.
You plumber called me personally.
Because my plumber called Rest Assessed personally. He called in personally. Jay's just sent two 2-inch pipes and a calculator. I don't know. If you send a calculator, it might go in the garbage. Mary gave it to the Levy County Sheriff, and they tossed it. Which was very, 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 very unfortunate.
All right. The first lot are assorted knives.
All right, we got knives. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give George solo layout.
You'll get 2 flats of knives.
You can start bidding immediately.
So I'll show the 2 flats and then I'll bring them up close.
Harriet Williams said, ain't no Clark, ain't no show.
The flats are not included, just the knives. There's a Boy Scout
Stacy
of America
S
knife
is now
right
a super
there.
fan. I think Cindy Lou is in at 50. I saw some 25s, some 50s. James McDonald came in at 50 as well. Patty came in at 50. I see all kinds of 50s now. 2 Dippy is in at 51. And Gigi came in at 60.
Is it Gigi?
Gigi, however you want to say it.
There's some
tomato.
Multi-tool.
Jamie's in at 70 now.
There's that the one knife that was featured in the
Houston Sig is in
video.
at 75. Now 80. David of the Junkyard's in at 80, but DMJ Miderano 5 is in at 100. 100 is the high bid now. Hello, Michelle Oswalt.
Here's a Frost Cutlery.
2 Dippies now in at 150. 150 is the high bid.
There are 3 knives that come with sheets.
David of the Junkyard came in at 120, but 2 Dippy came in at 150. Make sure everybody refreshes. Make sure you refresh. Do not wait to the last seconds to snipe or you won't get it. Everybody's home internet is different. I saw somebody in here already saying, Jeremy, you need to invest in 4K. Everything we do is 4K. It doesn't mean your capability at home is for 4K. And if we do it in 4K and you don't have the capabilities, it slows everything down on your end at home. All right. We've got 152. David at Junkyard's now at 152. So make sure you're refreshing. KG Kennedy wants to know, Jeremy, does Russ the bid on any of this? That's a good question.
He has not yet.
We don't. He might have some hidden accounts.
So again,
like
the
Turtle
flats
Lady.
are not included, but the knives are. And then here is Boy Scouts of America. I'm ready for the timer whenever you are.
You're never ready this soon.
It's
the
only
case,
two-
Boy Scouts of America, right there.
Yeah, made in the U.S.
High bid right now is 152, I believe. 152, David of the Junkyard, I believe. All right. George is never ready that quick. I don't even know what to do right now. Maybe I should sue us. All right, 152 is still the high bid right now.
Tactical knife.
We are in it to win it, and this is the real deal. This is no longer a practice, okay? So what you see
Real
is what
bids
you get.
only.
This is all real bids, okay? This is the real deal. First lot here is all the knives here, and everything you see is what you're going to get. $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States, additional shipping outside the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees, no returns. Jay is now in at 175.
Some of these do need some TLC.
Now we got 175s coming in everywhere.
So, for example,
bid right now is
this
175.
one needs some TLC.
Some knives can be worth 175 just as they are. 175 is the high bid right now. So everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. We have not cleaned them, oiled them. We've done
Sharpened
nothing. Sharpened them. We leave them for you to do what you determine is best for them. 176 right now. 176 is the high bid. And you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You literally only have 1 minute to win it. Let's do this. 176 is the high bid right now. Looks like Joe is high bidder at 176. Peter Grimes, 24.66. Thank you so much for the $2. Hey, you. 50 seconds left to go. Don said, if I don't pay, just sue me. 177. 708 BB Valley. Actually, you could in small claims court. You actually could do that. It would cost more to take them to court than what you would get. And that's the reality of what's happening with Otter Creek. It costs more than what I'll ever receive. But it's
You've been
the
asking
principle.
for 3 years.
It is the principle. 177. Now Marcus is in 180. James is 179. Marcus is in 180 with about 20 seconds left to go. Jay came in at 180 as well, but Marcus still has high bid at 180. 180. Steve says it's in my block. No, that's why you're in the chat right now. 181. That's Steve McDonald. All right, Steve McDonald is 181. I see 1855500. I will not accept that from William Barnyard because I don't believe that was an actual number bid here. 190. Jackie's in 190. 220. Boomdog's in at 220. 220. And 220 sold. Boomdog 220. All right, Boomdog high bidder at 220, and it is William Barnyard is back up at 195, I believe. Okay, Boomdog, you know what to do. You're going to send your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount of 220. You're going to tell George it was the knife lot. The knife lot. You're going to send an email right there. whatthehales@yahoo.com. And remember, once anybody tonight sends an email to us, we get thousands, and this is not an exaggeration. We get thousands of pieces of communication every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year. I mean, we can't even, it's not humanly possible. It is not humanly possible to respond to everything, and we can't. So George will respond to your email, but first you're going to get a frequently asked question. You're going to get an auto response. And then once you get that auto response, you can ignore it. George will find your email. She'll send you a personalized invoice tomorrow. All right. And then backup bidder, you can send same email, YouTube name, real name, shipping address, bid amount, and tell George you're backup bidder on that. Looks like we got Disney pins coming.
Yes.
Looks like we got Disney pins coming. All right, I'm just going to full screen her.
Next lot are assorted Star Wars pins.
Star Wars.
These are
and
Disney Star Wars
Disney.
pins.
You can start bidding immediately.
You will get the pins as it appears on the board with all of the Mickey Mouse back ears, all of the Mickey Mouse backing.
We got a 25 and a 30 already on the pins. Adam Perkins is in at 50. Austin says, Jeremy, you probably already know this, but Levi's spells Elvis. Yes, if you rearrange, for sure. Z Heavy D is in at 100 now. We got all kinds of bids all over the place. We got 50s and 20s and 40s and 60s and 70s and 75s. 100. We're up at 100 now. We even got a 63, but it's 100 now. It is the Star Wars pin, Disney pin lot. Mitchell Valley came in at 100, but the high bid right now, or it came in at 80, but the high bid right now is 100. 100.
There's Mickey with his
Oh, Mickey, you so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey, is that his 2-inch pipe he's got?
yes.
Is Mickey got
That's
a 2-inch pipe?
what I was thinking of when I was throwing up a brain fart. I was having a brain fart.
Oh, that's better than what you were doing last night in the toilet. No comment?
Look at little Yoda.
Is that baby Yoda? Does his
Yeah.
head move?
No.
High bid is still 100. So Crafty Jen says TMI. She says to me. To me. I don't know what to me is, but
I don't think any of these move. There are some. Oh, actually, this one does. The wings move. And then these guys are.
Marilyn Raby
rubber-
Sucks Dried Gravy just is in the house, said hi. Marilyn, we want you to know that we love you, and we have not been trying to neglect you purposefully, but you got somebody who has matched your tenacity, your evilness.
This one actually spins. If I were to take it off, this would spin. It says
High bid right now is 125. Marilyn Raby Sucks Dried Gravy. You have been matched. You have met your match.
it has Darth Vader on one side and then Jedi on the other side.
Remember when Turtle Lady said Mr. Hales has met his match. LMDA.
All right, so there should be 24. If I counted correctly, because math isn't it's not one of my strengths as well.
ZFD is in at
There should be
175.
24 assorted Star War pins.
708 B Valley's in at 180.
I'm ready for the timer.
All right, 180 is the high bid right now. But
Again,
Marilyn Raby,
You will get it as it is, and they all come with the
ZD Heavy's in at 225.
the Mickey Mouse backing.
Marilyn Raby, who sucks dry gravy. I just want you to know.
Harriet
Williams is now at 190. We haven't forgotten about you. You've met your match and arch nemesis. So
Yes.
Russ the Sus is just Marilyn Raby sucks dry
I
gravy
know.
just said, just wait, I'm coming for you. If you team up with Russ the Sus and Mary,
Everything is
I don't-
scary.
I don't think we could be able to take them all on.
I mean, at this point, Marilyn looks
Marilyn
like a
Raby-
saint compared to
Marilyn
the
Raby
people
sucks
of
dry
Otter
gravy
Creek.
looks like a saint compared to Russ the Sus.
Yes.
But if Marilyn Raby sucks dry gravy teams up with Russ the Sus and Mary DeGroot, Mary, everything is scary, and Turtle Lady and Septic Boy, then I don't know if we can handle this, George. I just don't know.
It's outnumbered at this point.
I just don't know if we can handle it. But it'll be fun trying. Okay, Kimberly is now in at 270. All right. High bid right now is 270. What you're looking at is $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States, additional shipping outside of the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. So that being said, you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You literally only have 1 minute to win it. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. I don't remember where the bid is at, but I do know it's up in the 200s somewhere. It's up in the 200s right now. We got about 45 seconds to go. 45 seconds to go. Steve says, are they made of metal? Yes, they are.
Most of them are, and then these guys are metal and they're like squishy.
It's like a squishy plastic or a squishy foam on the metal.
Not a foam, like a hard plastic.
A hard plastic. Okay. All right. High bid right now is Kimberly at 270. High bid right now is Kimberly at 270. Michael Kuart says, I'm interested in the #1 dad pin, whoever wins it. 15 seconds to go. And Rose Blue said it's rubber. It's rubber.
Yes.
All right.
I have brain farts.
You have worse than that. That's for sure. You worse than that. All right. And let's see what happens. Sold! It's Kimberly at 270. All right, Kimberly's you're at 270. So Kimberly, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna send us You're going to send us your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount of $270, and you're going to tell George it was the Star Wars Disney pins lot, okay? You're going to send an email right there, whatthehell's@yahoo.com. Backup bidder was 708. I know there's more to your name than 708, but 708 B Bally, you are backup bidder. You can send George all the same information right there, whatthehell's@yahoo.com. Remember, you'll get a auto response because we get so many messages. It's just typical for everything that we do. Holy pins.
We got more pins coming up.
Oh my goodness. And Susan goes, at least she didn't eat garlic tonight. No, she went and got Chinese and she was saying, can I eat Indian today? And I went, you still got garlic from last week. You might as well do it.
I wanted curry.
And then she went and ate Chinese instead. And then she's like, kiss me. She's like, kiss me. Kiss me. Blowing in my face.
It's a joke.
I was like, woman, get away from me.
All right. So the next lot are assorted Super Bowl, NFL Super Bowl pins.
All right. Let me full screen you.
So you'll get these Super Bowl pins. These are champion pins. And then you will get the backing. These will come
you got a $30 bid in already with Jonathan.
As seen. These are Patriot Super Bowl pins.
Those are cool collectible pins. Nate's now in at 50.
And then you'll also get these Super Bowl pins.
Patriots.
And
Lisa said, what would you do if she had ketchup breath? Anything she wants. Kim's now in at 60.
Here's another Super Bowl champion. So this appears to be brand new, still sealed in the package. You'll get it just as it is. You'll get the 5 pins plus this right here.
Kim is in at 60. No, Dee's mom's now at 65.
5-time Super Bowl champion.
We know there's a little glare with the lighting and the camera and everything.
And the glare is because it's got the seal on it.
We still can't get...
That's the back.
The perfect... Adam's now in at 70. We still can't get the perfect non-glare...
Here's another set of Super Bowl champion
It looks like
pins.
It's one of 5,000. There's only 5,000 of those made. I just read it. Only 5,000. There's only 4,000 of the Garbage Pail Kids.
So
Nintendo
this
game
one,
made.
this is limited edition as well. Only 5,000 of these pins were made.
Oh, that's number 757 of 5,000. All right, looks like Steve's in at 100 right now.
And then you'll also get these Super Bowl champion pins.
All right, when I buy Garbage Pail pins, if I bought Garbage Pail pins like that, it cost me $250. The 2 video games that you showed with only 4,000 made, that cost me $250.
And then you'll also, this isn't, this is baseball.
Mitchell's in at 125.
So you'll get a 2013 World Series champion pins. Again, these are brand new, still sealed.
That cellophane looks like it's peeling a little bit up. No, that's not peeling up top. It's just a tag.
Bunched.
It's a tag. It's a tag. Okay, I see it now. 150. Steve Austin is now in at 150. 150 is the high bid right now. 150 is the high bid right now. Boy, what a lot. I mean, I can only imagine. I know what I paid for Garbage Pail Kid pins and coins, so
these 5 are the only ones that are not brand new and sealed.
Boomdog is calling it. Boomdog is calling it.
I'm ready for the timer.
The Kilted Coachman now says 175. 175. All right, she says she's ready for the timer. Remember, $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States, additional shipping outside the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees, no returns. We will guarantee that they're sealed if we said they're sealed because they are sealed. It's easy for us to guarantee that. We bought this entire collection from one of our fans. You guys got to see a whole video on it.
Michael and Maria.
So from Michael and Maria, we gave them $5,000 cash so that Michael could get some dental work done, and then we could actually sell his collection to you guys, and you guys could enjoy it. So you've seen the video of it. Now you get to own a piece of it. I think we're up to 180. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. And you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You got 1 minute to win it. Here we go. 180 is the high bid. I can only imagine how much those originally cost. Especially with them being a limited edition as well. And Patriots. Oh my goodness. Steve Austin's now at 189. 189. High bid right now I see is Steve Austin at 189. I think I saw 180, but I see Steve at 189. 189 with about 30 seconds left to go. Remember, don't wait till the very end to snipe because, Mitchell LaValle's now at 200 because you probably will miss that snipe. Mitchell LaValle's high bidder right now at 200 with about 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds left to go right now. You don't want to wait. Mitchell's high bidder right now with about almost 10 seconds left to go here. 10 seconds left to go. Mitchell's still high bidder at 200 for this incredible sports pin collection. 2, 1. I see 210. Boomdog just got a snipe in at 210. Boomdog's high bidder right now for 210. Mitchell LaValle's at 200. Shot to grow, fast grab. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know what's going on, but okay. Sold. It is Boomdog called it like Babe Ruth, and he got it. I don't know how he sniped it. Boomdog, high bidder, 210. Boomdog, you know what to do. You're going to send your high bid. You're going to send your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount of 210. And you're going to tell George it is the sports pin lot right there with Hales at yahoo.com. Mitchell, your backup bidder. I don't know how he got that snipe on you. He did. But Mitchell, your backup bidder right there with Hales at yahoo.com as well. You know what to send. And remember, an auto response always comes in first, but George will get all the information back to you. And Jason Phillips wants to know, is Marilyn and Russ related? Very well could be. Very, very well
A lot of people are wondering if the lawyer and Russ were related.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions there too.
All right, so the next lot are assorted handkerchiefs and assorted scarves. These were actually featured in a video this week when we were showing my she shed. So this one appears to be still sealed.
You know, I ain't got no he shed, but she's like my she shed.
Yeah, you have a 3-car detached garage and a 2-car attached garage.
They're filled with your old shells from the she shed.
They're filled with all of your tool boxes that you've done nothing with.
I'm a busy man. I'm a very, very
this,
busy man.
They could be handkerchiefs. They could be like table linen.
Flippin' Adventures just listed a brand new sweatshirt on eBay, on the What the Hales eBay for Super Bowl XLI, where the Colts whooped up on the Bears. That's cool.
Nice. Some of these are definitely aged, so there might be some discoloring on them.
Coach Man's in at 75 already. All right. Allergies. I gotta go blow my nose. If I don't,
oh my goodness.
If I don't call out,
Jeremy must have sneezed.
It's so bad.
30 times in a row earlier today. We were out and about in the yard, and the pollen is. It was a nice breezy day, and the pollen was going. Oh, this is a Gainesville Hurricanes. Pollen was floating to the left and floating to the right and up his nostrils, and he just sneezed. He was sneezing over and over again. And I looked at him, I was like, are you allergic to me or what's going on? He goes, no, I think it's allergy season. So here's another.
I do enjoy that I'm not allergic to Florida pollen.
Yeah, it is different. The pollen up north versus down in Florida is different.
Coach Man's still high bidder at 75.
Here's 4. This appears to be brand new, still sealed in the package. Here's 4 men's handkerchiefs, white on white, 100% cotton.
Flippin' Adventure said the pollen is horrendous right now in Otter Creek too. I believe it.
And then you'll get this little guy, and then if you open it, boom, more handkerchiefs. It's so nicely organized. I almost don't want to take it out. Should I take them out and show the pattern? Jeremy?
It's up to you. Russ and Mr. Warm are my ex-husbands. Russ and Mr. Warm are my ex-husbands. We're still really close.
Who said that? Debbie Vaughn?
No, Marilyn Raby sucks dry gravy. She gets around.
Again, some of these are definitely aged with some color spots on them.
$80
keep
is
that
the high
in
bid right
mind.
now.
I won't take these out just because they're all nicely folded.
Somebody did say yes, please, but whatever you want.
And then you'll also get this scarf with butterflies. It's a sheer scarf with butterflies on it. And then you'll also get...
Dina Hale just joined the membership, $4.99. Now she's got all the cool emojis. And Debbie Vaughn says, George, if I was married to them, I would have never claimed that ever. Cindy Lou is now high bidder at 100.
I mean, you did say that sounded like something you would say. You did say you like them nerdy. So this one still has a tag on it for $25.
Debbie LeBon likes them nerdy and corrupt.
This is a scarf. Here is another scarf. And then
Mary from Otter Creek, Florida says, Jeremy, I miss you. Mary, I miss you too. I'm going to hope that you are going to be the individual that I pay my bill with.
Here's some super soft socks with that were thrown in here when Patience and Christian were helping me sort. Here's a pair of gloves that were thrown in here when they were helping me sort.
Whoa, Alice just gifted 10 memberships.
Whoa.
Wow.
There was a lot of people that joined for membership this evening. Remember, if you subscribe, it's for free. You get a pre-recorded video every day. The memberships is just an extra perk. This still has the price tag on it. $28. Here's a scarf.
Cindy Lou's now at 120.
This is threw a hat in there. And then here's another scarf. Here's a pashmina scarf. And it's got silk. So you'll get this scarf. You'll also get...
Don's putting up the Ghostbusters.
You'll get this scarf. Here's another pashmina and silk scarf. Identical to the one I just showed, same color. And then the last scarf in the lot is this guy. So we have not laundered any of these. We find them in the unit and we bulk them in lots and then we auction
Cindy's
them up.
high bidder right now at 140. 140 is the high bid.
All right, I'm ready for the timer.
Okay, George says she's ready. This is the scarf lot. Never in a million years did I ever think that we'd be on eBay. And even in another million, I never thought we'd be selling lots of scarves. But here we are.
What do you mean by on eBay?
I mean YouTube. I meant what I meant.
Oh.
I meant on YouTube. I never thought in a million years we'd be on YouTube. And I never thought in a million years, on top of that million years, that we'd be selling scarves. And Kim is high bidder right now at 145. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. You show it the way that we got it, and you get it the way that we got it. As George said, we have not laundered anything, and we try and represent everything the best that we possibly can. And you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You got 1 minute to win it. Here we go. All right, it's Cindy 155 right now. Cindy Lou, 155 with about 50 seconds left to go.
Cindy Lou.
Paula said, Cashmere can be pricey, but it is super, super soft.
Yes.
And Beach Babe said, Jeremy, I think you need to sue me. Oh, they want to Russ the Sus emoji. That would be fun.
Oh, I can create the garbage pail kids that people have sent us. I can add those.
That would be good. That would be really cool. Boom, 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 boom. 160. Kim M is now on 160 with about 20 seconds left to go. Kim is high bidder with 160 right now. 15 seconds left to go. I love you too, Mary from Otter Creek. 175 now. Cindy Lou's at 175. 5 seconds left to go. 175 right now. Kim is now on 180. 180 is high bid right now. 180 is high bid right now. Kim M is at 180. Going once. Going twice. Sold to Kim M at 180. All right, Kim M. Wow. Never would have believed that we'd be selling scarves on YouTube. Kim M, here's what you're going to do. And Cindy Lou, you just missed it. All right, Kim M, your high bidder at 180. You're going to send us your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, and your bid amount at 180. You're going to tell George it was the scarf lot. You're going to send an email right here, whatthehales@yahoo.com. Remember, once you send that email, you will get an auto response, and that's okay. You can ignore it. George will get you out a personalized invoice email. It'll either be tonight or it'll be tomorrow. Most likely, well, we've got plans all day tomorrow with our neighbors, and then we have plans all evening, afternoon and evening with our Bible study group. So it probably is going to be tonight. I'm probably going to have to talk her into to put them out tonight. Oh my goodness, a comic lot. Backup bidder was, let me see if I can find out who backup bidder was because I wasn't paying attention. It was Cindy. Cindy, your backup bidder. And so, Cindy, you can go ahead and send all that information as well.
Cindy Lou.
If anything happens to where the lot isn't paid for, then you get it as a backup bid. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give her solo layout. Looks
All
like
right.
we got comics.
Look at this big old stack of comics.
I see it.
We've got, most of these have the dust protectors on them.
I see it. And Boomdog just said, oh, man.
The Deadly Duo. Is that supposed to be Wolverine?
I don't know. I doubt it. But Jeanette's in at, wait, the Killed Coachman is in at 75. Jeanette came in at 25. Jonathan Boyd came in at 40.
Prophet Chapel, I just showed one of these. So here's a duplicate of the Super Soldiers. Here's a 75 center Superman DC comic. Glory.
Avery USMC is in the house. Otter Creek resident right there. Cindy's in at 100 right now.
Here's a vintage Superman comic book. This has the dust protector. Batman Gotham.
$110 is the high bid. So Avery USMC had an idea about
Marvel Masterpieces.
About doing an Otter Creek community garage sale.
Yard sale. Yeah.
And if Otter Creek, I'm going to throw this out here because I want to ask the fans. Okay, we did the sale for the Ark. Okay, if we invited all of Otter Creek, or it's not even us inviting them, if Otter Creek did a community sale, and I've already said, hey, just do it at the Ark at the schoolhouse because it's central on 24 and you get all the traffic. Would you guys show up like you did for the dollar sale? Let us know in the chat. I want to know if Otter Creek, and if we promoted it on What the Hales and we said Otter Creek is going to have a community sale, it's going to help Otter Creek, it's going to help the residents of Otter Creek. Would you guys show up if Otter Creek did a huge community sale, and would you guys support Otter Creek that way? Let us know in the chat. We want to know. Because I honestly think it's a genius idea. So let me see what. Yep.
So would
Hales,
you have
yes.
everyone set a tent outside?
I mean, we could do it like flea market,
Beavis
like,
and Butthead.
you know, people could put up a tent and put up tables, and you could have like flea market areas. You know, like flea markets, what they do is they put up tents for each person, but you give them a spot, but we wouldn't charge anything. We would just say, hey, just do it.
So the tent the best place to set up the tents would be where the outhouse was set up on that side of the property. That way there's ample parking.
So we keep the parking lot on the other side, and then we put all their booths up on the other side.
Correct.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. So
they could even set up in front of the house.
Yeah, we could do in front of the house. We could do on
where the porta potty was.
On the west side where the porta potty was. We could designate that whole west side in front of the house. So would we
order a porta potty?
I don't know. We're just talking about it right now. We're just talking about it. Sprocket Rocket says, do you need a permit for a market? And the answer is no. The people who give the permits right now, it's Russ the Sus, and they don't have any policy for garage sales in Otter Creek or flea market or anything like that.
Sale. Yeah.
For anything like that. But I love the idea of it's not just the schoolhouse, that it's literally, Jessica Kruger says, would you want me to run the dollar sale as well? Yeah, you guys, absolutely. I love that it's not just the schoolhouse, but it's the whole community of Otter Creek being out there, and you know, it helps Otter Creek as a whole. Anne says,
this one does not have the dust protector, and it's missing the front page.
Anne just sent $4.99. Do you know what Brian's doing this summer in Otter Creek? Yes. So I do, and I also know that we're going to hang out once I get back there. So he's picking up odd jobs and some concrete work as well for people who did some concrete for us. And but I just thought it was a genius idea.
These two don't have the front covers or the dust protectors, so that one's a little rough.
If you got all of Otter Creek coming out together and raising some money for themselves, I like it. I like it.
You would definitely, I mean, the location would be perfect because you're getting traffic going folks that are going to Cedar Key. Now, so the other option would be 24. Behind Town Hall, but parking will be a nightmare.
Well, that's what Carl was originally going for. It was behind Town Hall.
But parking would be a disaster because there really is no place to park. And the traffic would be very,
very limited traffic because nobody knows really where it's at. Yeah. So that's what my concern was.
You would have to really advertise it well in advance for yard salers to make that a pit stop. I feel like there's more planning if you do it behind Town Hall versus out front and center on 24, where people are driving anyways to get to Cedar Key.
Kilted Coachman's in at 145 on the comics right now.
So it looks like there was 3 of this particular comic.
I just like the idea as a whole because the community can come together as a whole and generate money for themselves.
Looks like there's 4 of this particular
Cindy
comic.
Lou's now in at 150.
Cindy Lou.
And Dina just said add in some food trucks. I mean, we probably could get some. And Flippin' Adventure says that means these Sean Goodman and limb walkers have to be here for parking again. Man, they were busting it for the dollar sale. Oh my goodness, they were so busy.
They all spent the night in preparation for parking.
They did.
Because if they weren't there, parking would have been chaotic.
They did, and it was great.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they weren't there, yeah, it would have been very, very chaotic. The first person showed up at 6 a.m. There are people that hung out all day. We did learn, you know, Florida, most people are done by 1, 2 o'clock. Like everything kind of shuts down because of heat. Mm-hmm. And so we did learn, don't keep a dollar sale or a garage sale open.
2, but start earlier.
Start earlier. We started at 10. Yeah. Start earlier and
like
end
8.
earlier.
Yeah.
We did learn that is for a sale in Florida, start earlier, end earlier.
So again, majority of these comics do have the dust protector sleeves on it. There are some that don't have the sleeves. There are damage to those. They're missing the front cover.
Carl, they'll be back.
I'm ready for the timer.
They'll be back in Otter Creek for sure. All right. George says she's ready for the timer here. And I think we're somewhere around 150 right now. So remember, $25 sorry bid, free shipping in the United States, additional shipping outside the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees. Marilyn Raby, Sexstar Gravy, is going to arrange valet services. Don't bring a trailer if you want to take it home with you. That'll
Marilyn,
be great,
we're
right?
reminded by you every day at the schoolhouse because you're security.
Yeah, you're security, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll put Marilyn out front to start valet parking.
You're not off the hook that quickly.
All right.
I bet Marilyn didn't see that coming. We would use her as security.
No, she never thought that we would twist it on her and use her for. She stole everything from us, changed the locks on us, and now we have her as security at the schoolhouse. Never saw that happening. You
still got to build 2-inch pipes for legs.
Nikki says she'll definitely be there all the way from Utah. All right, Cindy's in at 150. So everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. We actually purchased this unit filled with comics. It was one of the biggest units we ever purchased. It was before we left for Florida, and we spent almost $4,000 on this unit.
Yeah, it was filled mostly with DVDs, and
VHS,
CDs.
comics. It was an eBay reseller.
Yeah,
and then it just.
We think he may have passed.
Yes. So that being said, this is one of the boxes, and we literally. George is just taking a box that was in there and going, all right, it's already boxed. He had it labeled, and boom, there you go. So really cool unit, lots of cool comics. You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because you literally only have not 2 minutes, but 1 minute to win it. Let's go. 150 is high bid right now with Cindy. And that is not working. There we go. 150 is still a high bid right now with Cindy. Flippin' Adventures said, can it be a Christmas in July yard sale? That would be a hot yard sale. We can do anything. Mm-hmm. We'd
have to get a Santa waving man.
Santa out in the middle.
Man, yeah.
Okay. All right. I think we're still at 150 with 30 seconds left to go. Flippin' Adventures is already getting it figured out. She's like, I know exactly what's going to happen at this sale. 20 seconds. She's already got it all planned. She's gonna tell me tomorrow. She's gonna be like, we're gonna do this and this and this. I'll be like, all right, go for it. I'll be like, get with Carl. You guys figure it out. Do it.
This too is kind of stuck together.
5 seconds left to go. Cindy still high bid around 150 with 3. 175. Renee just came in at 175. 175 is high bid right now. 175 is high bid right now. Going once. 175 going twice. 175. We got a 60. We got another 75. And sold to Renee 175. Sold to Renee at 175. Cindy Lou is backup bidder at 160. Renee, you are the winner. All right, Renee, here's what you're going to do. Renee's last name is, let me check really quick. All right. Renee is Ward. Yeah, 175. Renee Ward.
She got the comic books last week.
Did she get the ones last week?
She posted in the comments that she got it, and it was nicely packaged.
Bonus. All right, so Renee won them last week. Renee, we got a lot more. We got literally commercial pallet racking from Walmart filled with them. So Renee, you know what to do then. If you won them last week, so you already know. We need your real name, YouTube name, your real name, shipping address, you bid them out, and then tell George it was the comics. And then backup bidder, you can send the exact same stuff. Make sure everybody is refreshing. Oh my goodness, is this like sewing awesome?
This is
buttons, sewing.
A huge assortment of sewing items. This is the assorted sewing lot. I have a ton of different buttons. You will get the buttons in the jar as it appears.
I can't believe you're auctioning buttons. You love buttons.
I love selling buttons. I don't like keeping them for myself. Look at this vintage 19 center buttons. Some of these vintage buttons go for big money on eBay. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like selling them, because people pay big money for buttons.
Flippin' Adventures, if you and Carl get together and make a plan, I will promote it.
You can put your needle in this guy.
And I will fly down for it.
A bracelet got in here, so you get to keep the bracelet. Here's some more buttons. You will get it in the jar just like that. And then
Gina just sent $1.99.
you'll get the buttons as it appears.
Thank you, Gina. The Kilted Coachman is in at 75.
So you'll get these beautiful buttons on the display. These buttons, you can't really tell in the camera. The camera doesn't no justice, but they're very ornate.
Detailed,
They're
ornate
very
and
ornate and detailed. And they come just as it appears.
Jessica says, let's do a fall festival and a farmer's market. That would be fun, too. That would be fun.
And then you'll also get some assorted skizzers. That'll come with the lot.
Flippin' Adventures, Carl, Jessica, if you guys put a plan together, I will promote it, and I will make sure I'm there for it.
Here's a pillow doll. You crochet a pillow doll. So you crochet the actual dress, and then it just comes with the body and the face and the hair. So that appears to be brand new, still sealed. Here's a vintage little Susie.
Terry's high bidder right now at 95. I think it would be cool to have. There's a handful of kids in Otter Creek. I think it would be cool if they had a lemonade stand out there for everybody too. And
not guaranteed Otter Creek water.
That was funny.
Guaranteed not Otter Creek water. We still have some.
Well, I just love the aspect of teaching kids entrepreneurship and how to hustle. I don't think you want to take their childhood from them, but I think you teach them the value of money and creating your own money and how that all works in entrepreneurship. And
here's a bunch of minis if you're into making whether it's like a dollhouse or an abandoned storage unit. There's like little minis in here. So here's an assortment box filled with assorted little things. And then you'll also get...
With my kids, one of the reasons why I love having chickens, with my kids growing up, and I have 3, one of the things that I always did with them is had them sell eggs. So taught them the value of taking care of chickens. Chickens lay eggs. You can sell the eggs, take care of your chickens. And we also did a garden. So they would take care of the garden, and then they could sell all the items from the garden. And I taught them all eBay too. I wanted them to have a skill set to know that they didn't have to rely on anybody else to make money, that they had the skill within them to be able to make money and care for themselves. High bid right now is 95. So I love it when I see kids
get a bunch of thread and needles.
Kids out hustling. You know, they want to up north. They want to come and take care of your driveway, clean your driveway, rake leaves. You know,
Scoop
lemonade stands. I always encourage and support that, and small business. We are big on small business owners.
Some more thread and string, more buttons.
Small business owners. You know, that is what makes this country, is the backbone of the country, is the small business owners. It's not the Walmarts, it's not the superstores, it's the small business owners. And so we are very, very, very pro small business owners.
Here's some bias tape. There's a ton of these that appear to be brand new, still sealed. You've got extra wide, double fold bias tape. You got wide single fold, different colors. So you'll get that. You'll also get this assortment of buttons.
Jackie comes from a family of small business owners.
Here's like a little sewing kit. You'll get that, whatever's in here. And then you'll get, this appears to be brand new, still sealed. Here's some hooks and some eye hooks and some sew-on snaps. Some sewing pins, more of those bias tapes. And then you'll get more needles.
What do we do with eggs now? We don't sell them. We give them away to everybody.
You get some all-purpose thread. We give them to our awesome neighbors. We give it to our Bible study group.
Oh, yeah.
I boil them for you and make you egg salad, aka fart salad.
Jessica Kruger said pictures with the Hudson sisters, $5. They should set up a kissing booth.
All right, I'm ready for the timer.
All right, George says she's ready. There's a bunch of stuff in here. High bid is still 95.
This is the assorted sewing lot.
95 assorted sewing lot. 95 is the high bid right here. So everything is as is. No guarantees, no returns. We try and represent everything as best as we possibly can. There's just a ton of stuff that she probably didn't even show you yet. There's just a bunch of stuff in here. Peggy's now high bidder at 100. So we try and represent everything that we can to you. You'll get everything that you saw. And most importantly, you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because you only have 1 minute to win it. Let's do this.
Aren't these wooden spools?
I screwed that up completely.
Some of the wooden spools are worth money.
Let me give that one more time. One more time. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right. You got a little bit more than a minute to win it tonight on this one. You got a little bit more than a minute tonight. Andrea said do a dunk tank with Russ and Mary. That would be awesome.
They wouldn't show up.
They would never show up.
Someone would have to create a costume like they did with Marilyn.
Yeah.
And then they could be security afterwards.
Peggy's in at 100 right now. Peggy's in at 100. 30 more seconds left to go right now. Peggy's in at 100 right now with 25 seconds left. I bet it's still with Peggy. There's a lot of stuff in this lot. A lot of cool stuff. Dell loves watermelons. All right. Wacolan is at 110 right now with about 5 seconds left to go. High bid right now is 110. 110 is the high bid with 2, 1. It is 115. Kitty Mama Felicia just came in 115. 115. All right, 115. Deanna Hale says, can I get a shout out to Ron Hale? Is it possible? I can't. Right now I'm in the middle of an auction, Deanna Hale, so I appreciate it, though, but we'll see if we can get to that later. Kitty Mama, high bidder at 115. Sold! It's Kitty Mama. Whoa, hold a second. That was not supposed to be in the shot. That was not hiking it up to my... That was not supposed to be in the shot. Kitty Mama Felicia, high bidder right now at 115. Backup was waiting in at 110. Kitty Mama Felicia, you know exactly what to do. You're going to go ahead and send us your YouTube name, your real name, your bid amount, or excuse me, your address, your bid amount, and tell George it was the sewing lot. It is the sewing lot. Sewing lot. Debbie Vaughn, you saw nothing. Nothing at all.
Who's the backup?
Backup is Wacoan. I'm probably saying it wrong, but George loves it when I hike. George loves it when I hike my. Oops, too far. George loves it when I hike my shorts
it
up to here.
It shows your basic vanilla grandpa.
That's
side.
what you like.
So the next lot are. This is just like a huge assortment of all kinds of like feminine stuff
everywhere. Is that like a super secret scroll of...
I don't know what that is, but I kept it in there. If you can get it open, that would be great.
I think...
So you get 3 flats of...
It might be from...
feminine stuff. The flats are not included, just the items that are on it. And then I'll quickly show you what's on the flats.
This could be from National Treasure.
You'll get this thing, and then inside this is a really cute tiara.
This looks like it should be from National Treasure.
So some of these items were featured in a video earlier this week. You get assorted compact mirrors, and then you also get some. Here's like a vintage perfume bottle. Here's a pill container, another pill container, some compact mirrors. Here's some purse holders. You hang it on the table and then you can hang your purse on it. There's some bookmarkers. Here's all of your compact mirrors.
Oh my goodness, I got it open.
You got it open? What's in it? I couldn't figure it out.
Why does it look like solid silver? Give me a second.
Okay.
I gotta.
So you'll get that. And then you'll also get an assortment of little mini picture frames. So like that's a picture frame, that's a picture frame, picture frame.
Might
picture
just be
frame.
aluminum. I did get it open.
You'll get some hair accessories. Here's a container to put your lipstick in.
I got one side open.
Okay.
Whatever it is, it looks cool. All right, I think the high bid right now is at 80. I was busy.
And then you'll get a different assortment of headbands and hair clips and hair ties. Some hair claws.
There's a bunch of stuff in this.
A bun holder, like a vintage bun holder. Whatever this is. I mean, I guess you could put your potions in it or whatever you want.
I think that's
Otter Creek water in here for when you get thirsty.
I would not suggest that.
Whatever this is, it looks medieval.
It looks cool, and that was not easy to get
And then
open.
this part opens up too.
I only got one side open, and that was a challenge. It looks like it's from National Treasure, the movie.
Yeah.
Nancy's high bidder right now at 95, I believe. 95.
And then you'll get the tiara. A vintage tiara.
So George was doing some Googling because she likes to see what Google says about us. You want to share everybody the new information we learned about ourselves?
Oh, apparently there was an article floating around where Jeremy has a surveying business. And before that, prior to that, or after his surveying business, he decided to become a plumber.
Nikki just gave out 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Nikki. So not plumber, it was electrician.
Oh, electrician, yes.
Russ is a plumber. I'm an electrician, which we thought was hilarious because her dad can finally be happy with me and accept me because he always has wanted an electrician for George.
Here's a Things Remembered compact that is engraved with the name Jasmine. And then here's the inside of the compact. So we thought that was funny. We're like, oh my gosh, where did this person get their facts from? Like, did they copy and paste the story on another Jeremy Hales? Because part of the article made sense and it was pretty accurate, but then the other part was not accurate at all. So this could be
I've never had a
pill
surveying
container,
company.
and you've never been
And
an
I've
electrician.
never been an electrician. I have done electrical work, but I've never been a licensed electrician.
So here's another.
But Google also
container.
says you and I have been married since 2012, which is...
I found another
Absolutely.
article that said we've been married since 2003.
Really?
Yeah. Which makes no sense because him and I didn't even know
We
we
didn't even
existed
know each
back
other.
then. We didn't meet until 2018. Here's another cute little trinket box. You could put whatever you want in there. That has a date of 1999. And then here's the vintage perfume bottle.
High bidder right now is at 96.
If you look on eBay, a lot of these vintage perfume bottles go for some decent money.
Dell just said, happy 20th anniversary.
Why, thank you. Happy imaginary anniversary. All right. And then
Thank you, Susan Clapp.
couple purse holders. What you do is you hang these on the table and then you hang your purse on them so that they're not on the table.
So apparently George and I got married before we ever even knew each other.
Yes.
Multiple times, I guess.
Yeah.
2003, 2012.
Yeah.
And I have a surveying company, and I'm a certified electrician.
Yes. You used to have a surveying company, and then you switched careers.
Oh.
You switched careers and became an electrician.
Very interesting.
So this is a clock, a vintage clock.
Your electrician called me personally, said Four.
That's got to be worth something. This is a Seth Thomas clock. A vintage Seth Thomas clock.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Jonathan Boyd says, whoever wins this lot, I would like to buy the National Treasure item. That's probably what the people are bidding on the lot for. They probably want that specific item.
This thing?
Yep.
It looks dangerous. It could be a weapon.
It does look cool.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. It looks cool.
I figured I'd throw that in there because I don't know what.
Blood, Sweat, and Cell says, I remember when George first came on YouTube, didn't know that was 20 years ago. And gosh, I'm getting old and forgetful. Mike and Ronnie Ward are now at 97.
All right, I'm ready for the timer.
97 is the high bid right now. All right, George says she's ready for the timer. So apparently I was an electrician.
This is the assorted feminine lot.
I have done a lot of my own personal electrical work. I won't do anything with high voltage because it's too dangerous. Terry's not high bidder at 98, but I will do low voltage. I don't care if I get zapped with 120, but 220. I've done 220 work as well. But 220 will stop your heart. And so I typically won't mess around with that. Michael and Ronnie Ward is at 100. But I've never been a certified electrician. So
here's a bookmark. There's a couple bookmarks in this lot.
There's some crazy stuff in here. And I think the high bid right now is 105 with Elizabeth. So here's the deal. $25 starting bid. We're already there. We're at 105. Everything is as is. No guarantees and no returns. You're seeing it exactly how we found it. We have not done anything to it. And it looks like everybody wants the National Treasure piece, which is pretty cool. And I don't even remember where it came from. But I'm sure it came from a storage unit somewhere. We got Mike and Ronnie Ward now. High bidder at 110. You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You got 1 minute to win it. 1 minute to win it. Whoa. Mike and Ronnie Ward, a high bidder right now at 110. Therese came in as well at 110, but Mike got in there first. With about 45 seconds left to go, the high bid is still 110. Paula says the tiara is very pretty. Yep, not bad. Elizabeth Azer is now in at 115. 115 is high bidder right now. And Flippin' Adventure says the Sean Goodman is the electrician these days. Yes, he is. Very much so. And we're very, very fortunate to have him. He's
unemployed by day and electrician
by night. There you go. 20 seconds left to go here.
Do you want to wear the tiara?
No, I do not. Not at all. Teresa's high bidder right now at 120. 120 is high bid right now with about almost 10 seconds left to go. 120 is high bid right now. And 120 with about 7, 6, 5. Still 120 with Teresa. It is still 120. 120 right now. 125. Kitty Mama Felicia just came in at 125. 125 going once. 125. It is Kitty Mama Felicia with 125. Kitty Mama Felicia just got that bid in. Wow. I see bids coming in after the sold. All right. Kitty Mama Felicia, your high bidder at 125. You know what to do. You're going to send us your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, bid amount of 125, and tell George it is the National Treasure lot. Because I don't know what she called it, but that thing looks like it came from the movie National Treasure.
I called it the...
Looks like a codex from the National Treasure. And then backup bidder is Therese. Therese, your backup bidder at 120. You can email George as well right there, whatthehales@yahoo.com. So, Boomdog goes, man, that's a good deal. We don't ever look up what's in it. So, we set it aside for you guys. And we hope that you guys do great, and we love your success stories.
We love it when you share your
success stories. We love it when you share all your stories. We're just letting you guys do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
We know not everybody has the space and vehicles and trailers and maybe even income to buy a full storage unit. So the ability to actually buy a portion of it and then resell that, we love to pass that on to you guys.
So the next lot is assorted DVDs.
All right, DVD.
This came from the same unit as the comic book lot. A lot of the DVDs that were in his unit came from.
He'd buy them from the library. And then he would what is it called when you you take scratches off of them. What is it called?
He would buff them.
Buff them. Okay, that's what it is. I have not examined every single one. We have not tested them. All I've done was look at the case, and I would open it to make sure that the discs inside match the case. So I don't know if there's scratches or if they were buffed. Some of these definitely have the library stickers on them. Some of them don't. So like here's the Twilight Zone season 2. Woo. That one might need rebuff.
That one.
$75 in with the Guild of Coachmen.
In.
Terry's down at $77.
You've got the Twilight Zone.
Earl and Dell are both doing chemo.
Twilight
we'll be praying
Zone.
for you guys.
I'll say a prayer for you guys. Season 3.
Terry's down at 77.
After the Fox. Pioneers of Television. Here's the history documentary on modern marvels and harvesting.
Jay came in at 70, but Terry's in at 77 right now.
Here's the Witch Hunter Robin.
We have not put any of these in a DVD player.
Dead Man's Gun.
We honestly don't have time to do that.
Scholastic.
Although we did take a nap today.
Code Black.
I went to George and said, do you want to take a nap with me?
Season 4 of Arrested Development.
Because she says I work too much. So I've been trying to, on Sundays, try and take a nap. Which is just another any day for George taking a nap.
I've been really tired.
Max Lab just sent $2. Don't forget to put a DVD player in the lot.
We haven't found too many DVD players.
We've been looking at storage units this upcoming week, which Flippin' Adventures can tell you I bid $11,110.
Look,
on
learn the banjo on DVD.
We got the banjo. I bid this weekend. I bid $11,110 on a storage unit in Florida near Orlando, and they canceled it.
She kind of knew it was going to be canceled.
We actually called the facility, and I said, "Hey, talk to me. Can I send somebody to pick this up? Can I rent it for a month?" And she said, "Jeremy, I'm just going to tell you it's going to get canceled because it was at Public Storage. Whenever Public Storage a bid goes over $1,000, they send it to corporate, and corporate typically cancels the actual bid. And the reason is because if it goes over what they owe for it, they have to give the remaining money to the original owner, and they don't want to go through that processing of the money giving it back to the owner,
especially if they can't locate the owner. So
they already can't locate him. She goes, it's going to get canceled. Corporate's going to cancel it, and they're going to give him another chance to pay.
So she predicted that was,
and she was right. It got canceled. Colonel Matt just sent $10. Hey, y'all, just want to say I appreciate your videos. You managed to stay positive and spread positivity. Keep so much doing what you do. Thank y'all for being awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your support. We do appreciate your support. So there was, and now you're going, why in the world would Jeremy bid $11,110 on a storage unit?
There's a lot of cool stuff in it.
It was amazing. The biggest safe I've ever seen, but there was a grizzly bear in there. And the
taxidermy.
The grizzly bear, a high-end grizzly bear taxidermy is $10,000 by itself. There was also an elk, there was a fox, a bobcat, there were all kind of cool things. And to be honest with you, I wanted the grizzly bear for the schoolhouse.
He wanted to put it on the stage.
I wanted it for the schoolhouse.
So where would you have put it? Next to the piano, like where the
That's a good question. Jackie just sent $9.99. Let George sleep fun. Sleep is how the body heals itself. She ain't got no
Thank
problem
you.
with that, Jackie.
My thyroid hormones have been so out of whack that it makes me tired. And I know my doctor...
Full bear, Dr. Jim.
My doctor increased my synthetic thyroid hormones and so I'm still trying to get adjusted to it. And that's why I've been so tired.
95 is the high bid. So
this is a big old DVD lot.
George and I did take a nap today. Honestly, we didn't do much this week.
We got to see Elvis.
That's the only time we left the house. We didn't even go to Walmart for groceries. You're like, we don't need groceries.
We'll just eat an air sandwich, 0 calories. We'll survive on the eggs. We'll survive on fresh farm eggs.
Which I did have 4 eggs today that she turned into eggs or fart salad. So.
Egg salad, aka fart salad.
But there have just been I just started looking at storage units again because we got the she shed to the point where I feel like we can. And I don't like having a mess and then bringing a storage unit into it. And so you're not organized and you just back yourself into a corner. You're overworking because you're not organized. And so we now have the she shed organized.
I'm ready for the timer.
And I'm ready to find some good storage units. And I'm ready for some good storage units in Florida too with Flippin' Adventures. And that unit would have been incredible. But we'll see what happens. High bid right now is 95. So I did bid on a storage unit. It just was in Florida.
And it was canceled. Which is part of the game.
That's part of how it all goes down.
Because the previous owner has up until the moment, let's say it didn't get canceled.
And I won it. And then I go in to pay. And if he beats me 5 minutes before I get in there,
it's his.
It's not mine. That's the way the law is written. And so, and rightfully so. So if I spend $1,000 to come down to Florida for an $11,000+ storage unit, and then he shows up 5 minutes before me, I'm out of luck and out of money.
Mm-hmm.
That's
the
the
nature
way it
of the
goes.
beast.
It is. All right. $25 starting bid. Free shipping here in the United States. Additional shipping outside the United States. Right now, the high bid right now, I believe, is 95. Cindy said it's a 67 DVD cases. And let's see where we are at. We are still
some
at
of these are
95.
seasons, so you get multiple discs.
95. Everything's as is. No guarantees and no returns. This is how we found them. This is how you're going to get them. And we know there's a resident in Otter Creek that loves selling DVDs.
She does. She sells on eBay.
She sells DVDs on eBay. That's what she loves.
Her favorite thing is
selling DVDs. Yeah. It's selling DVDs. So, did she come to the dollar sale and buy any DVDs?
No, she didn't come.
I know she's been to the schoolhouse, but I can't remember if she was there for the dollar sale.
No, but her niece was.
But that's all she loves selling DVDs on eBay.
Her brother-in-law and her niece showed up, but she didn't.
One of the sweet residents of Otter Creek. We love her.
Yes.
She's
hilarious.
She's hilarious.
She's so funny.
You've never seen her on a video.
No.
But at any rate. All right, let's go with this. All right. You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You got 1 minute to win it. If I can get this to work. 1 minute to win it. All right, here we go. I think we're still at 95. Marcus is high bidder right now at 95. You will receive everything in this DVD lot. We got 50 seconds left to go. Marcus is still high bidder right now at 95. 95 is high bid. Is that a horror?
Yeah.
Horror sells so good.
Oh, yeah.
But there's one thing that George and I don't like in movies, and it is
scary movies.
We don't do scary movies. Neither of us do. Jen says, Jeremy, how are you?
How are you?
Tired.
White and nerdy.
I'm white, nerdy, and hungry. Because I'm fat. Dr. J Man's Place said Pulse is a horrible horror thriller. I thought it said horrible. And Yvonne Young says, wait, scary movies are my favorite. No, we don't do scary. We don't do scary. Terry's now in at 97 high bid right now. 97 is high bid right now. Going once, 97 to Terry. Going twice, sold to Terry. She got the bid in. 97, Terry, you are high bidder at 97. You know exactly what you're going to do, Terry. You're going to go ahead and send your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bidding amount at 97. And you're going to tell George it's the DVD lot. And then Marcus is backup bidder. Marcus, you can send a email as well. And George has got more crazy lots. We've seen comics. We've seen pins.
I've got 2 more
DVDs.
lots.
I think she's giving away hoodies. She's giving away. Are you still giving away hoodies tonight? She's giving away vintage.
The ones that were
What the Hale's
in the
hoodies
video
tonight. She's giving away vintage. This was the first run of What the Hale's hoodies ever. There will never be anything else like this because we'll probably forget what it was in the first time. But
no, I'm saving some.
Oh, apparently she's saving them. Okay.
The ones that were on the hangers that were featured in the video, I'm saving
but
those.
She's giving away original. Can I see one really quick? Can I put one in the screen? She's giving away original, brand new, the last What the Hale's hoodies, original merch. This stuff don't exist anymore. Like this isn't how we do it anymore. And she's giving them away tonight for some lucky winners. All right, but before she does, looks like she's got some purses.
Yep, next lot is our assorted purses. Some of these, again, we have not cleaned them or laundered anything that we find, so some of them do need some cleaning. Here's a Pandora bag. We have not authenticated any of them.
I remember finding that, though.
Do you?
I remember finding it.
Do you remember which? Here's a wristlet, a Pandora wristlet.
We got $40. We got a 25 and a 40. 25 and a 40. So again, when we find these, we don't authenticate them. We are treasure hunters, not treasure authenticators. And so bid accordingly. So for example, if you go, well, is that a Pandora purse? Bid as if it isn't, because we haven't told you that it's authenticated.
There's a travel case.
And then if you get it and have it authenticated and it is, you're going to be thrilled. So bid accordingly. We always say bid accordingly because we have not taken the time to authenticate. If we were putting it on eBay, we would authenticate, but we're not. We're passing it on to you guys. All right, we got high bids up to 80 right now. And so when we pass like purses on to you guys, it literally, we find it, it goes in a tote. Mm-hmm. And we don't mess around with it until you see it in front of the camera here.
9 West purse.
Flippin' Adventure says, oh, I should have made the questions a little more difficult for the level of vintage prizes tonight. I know she sent them. I just didn't read them yet.
I read them.
You read them?
I always do.
She sends them to you and me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's just making sure.
Because you may not get it or you may not see it. And then I'm the backup person that has it in case you need it.
Like a backup bidder?
Yeah.
That's a big purse.
Mm-hmm. You fit all kinds of stuff in here.
80 is the high bid still.
This might be a laptop bag. This might be a laptop tote because it has like the oh my gosh, the cushion, the extra padding.
Kill the Coachman's in at 85. 708 Bibuday is in at 90.
Here is a Calvin Klein duffel bag. You get this brown duffel.
Eileen says, Jeremy, you need your own private plane just for running back and forth. Sometimes it feels like that.
We talked about it with Christian because he's in aviary school. Here is a wallet.
Cessnas are, if you get a Cessna, which is a 2-person plane, sometimes 4-person plane, they're cheaper than the trucks we have. So it's
The
not
fuel would be a killer.
if fuel. Well, aircraft fuel is higher than actual gasoline, but if you're looking, you might be looking. I don't know what it is right now. It's probably $10 to $15 a gallon. But the reality is, a Cessna can't go fast as a jet or a jumbo jet that you're flying in an airport. So it's not, to go back and forth in a Cessna from Hale's headquarters to Florida isn't conducive.
Here's a Vera Bradley.
To jump around the state would be okay, but Crafty Jen says a helicopter. We're still talking about it.
Wouldn't be as
they are even more expensive.
There's Kenneth
And I
Cole.
can't foresee ever needing my own helicopter. Nor do I have the money for it.
Here's a little pouch that you could put whatever you want in here. It's got a clear top.
High bid is at 95.
So this is an assortment of purses and wallets.
Our neighbor has a helicopter.
Someone was joyriding in it and just hovering over the house when you were up in.
When I was down in Florida.
Yeah.
So our neighbor is a few houses down, which is a far distance, but they've got their own helicopter.
From what we heard.
What we've been told. We haven't seen it. We haven't met him.
I'd like to meet him.
We heard he won the lottery. Bought a helicopter.
Went through a horrific divorce, then won the lottery. And had this custom.
You know what? Let's get a helicopter.
This is a guest pouch.
I went through a horrific divorce.
And didn't buy a helicopter.
And I bought a storage unit. I think I went the wrong route.
Here's a vintage wallet. Cute little denim purse.
I went the wrong route. I had a horrific divorce and I bought hundreds and hundreds.
We also, from what we were told,
storage units.
The ex-wife also won the lottery.
So they had a divorce. We were told that the ex-wife won the lottery and he won the lottery.
Like big
two
money.
Different times, like huge money. Huge money.
She got to keep the house, but then excavated it down, demolished it just to build.
We heard that she, out of spite, demolished their home
just to build a brand new one.
Now he's got a mansion. You think our house is big? A mansion with a helicopter.
Here's a Skull and Bones tote. It's like felt or velvet. And then you'll also get, there's a belt in here.
Man, I should use that for wrapping.
An ombre belt.
You don't think I should wear that for when I'm wrapping?
I noticed that you were wearing one of my belts around your
Paul said, Jeremy, you won the lottery. Just look at George. I'm going to switch
that's
that
debatable.
Around.
He'll tell you that's debatable.
Very debatable. You see what we show you. You don't see reality. But I will say that George won the lottery. She's got it made.
It was me that won the lottery.
It is hands down George that won the lottery.
All right, I'm ready for the timer.
Ready for the timer?
Yeah.
Somebody was just telling you the other night. Wow. Somebody was telling you the other night. It's like, you have exactly what I'm looking for.
Huh?
That all the men in the dating arena are living with their parents, have no ambition. They don't do anything whatsoever. And
that's right. We have a friend that's single and was sharing that with us.
And was telling you how lucky you are. You don't remember. You forget this.
I must have been tired.
Here we go with the memory thing again. All right, high bid right now is 101. 101 is the high bid right now. Everything is as is. No guarantees, no returns, and I don't even know what to say about all this. This is a pile of purses. This is just not
Assorted
stuff I get into.
purses
It's just
and
not what I
a
get into.
bedazzled VIP hat.
There you go.
We should have Sean wear this at the next dollar sale.
VIP.
VIB.
All right. And you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because you only have 1 minute to win it. All right. Okay, 55 seconds left to go. I think we're still at 100 or 101. Someone in there. Guapo's living with Nana. Nana.
Hey. Who said that?
Guapo.
He's in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Guapo, when are you donating your hair?
He ain't donating his hair.
It's been over a year. When are you going to donate your hair?
30 seconds left to go. 101 is the high bid right now. Crafty Jen goes, I'm not a basement dweller, even though I live with my mom. Well, the point the lady was trying to make is that George is very fortunate to have a driven man who wants to succeed and wants to provide and isn't okay with just well enough, who goes above and beyond every day to take care of her and give her more. That's what she was trying to say. All right, I say 117, 103, and I think high bid right now is 117. It is Jody. Jody Chance at 117. Jody, your high bidder at 117. That's good for all those purses. Jody, your high bidder, and you know what you're going to do. You're going to send us your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount on 117, and tell George it's the purse slot right there. What the hell's at yahoo.com. Backup is 708. 708. You're the backup at 101. Bam! Right there. What the hell's at Yahoo? You guys know exactly what's going to happen.
One lot left before the free lot.
And then people
I'll
are going to
two
have
lucky
a chance.
winners tonight.
People are going to have a chance to win one of these vintage babies. Brand new. I've been using them as pillows out on the hammock in the screened-in. It's not a porch. It's a patio, screened-in patio. Or would you call it a porch? I mean, it's really not a porch.
Room.
It's just a screened-in room. You can't really say anything we have out here is a porch. We live in the middle of the woods, and there's an area to relax like everywhere around the house. So we don't really have a porch. We don't have a porch. We don't have a deck. We have a pergola.
We have a mud room.
Mud patio. Maybe you would call it a patio. All right, I'm just going to full screen you. I don't even know what
So the next lot is assorted yarn, fabric, and then this looks like a start of a project. Maybe
ooh, a yarn lot.
Some of these items were featured in a video this week. This was with a bunch of different yarn. These look handmade, made with love.
Flippin' Adventure says the most important characteristic of a man is a man who loves Jesus more than anyone else.
Yes. And I tell him all the time, Jesus should be number one on your list, not me.
Unfortunately, sometimes George is
Jesus should be number one, not me.
Metamucil is number 2, then George. Backup is Kitty Mama Felicia at 103. I was wrong.
This
Debbie
looks
Vaughn
like a
just
shawl.
corrected me. She spent $2 to correct me. That's how much Debbie Vaughn
what's
loves
going
correcting
on?
me. Debbie Vaughn is correcting me that I had the wrong backup bidder.
Oh.
It was my fault. My fault.
This
Worth
looks
the
like
$40.
a pillowcase for mother.
I will admit that there are times that I put George, my love for George, over my love for God, to the point of counselors even told me that
You need to stop.
George is your idol.
I tell you all the time you need to stop. Here's some vintage pillowcases that got in the lot. Here is a vintage gold and glitter tablecloth that got in the lot. This looks brand new and sealed.
High bid right now is 75.
This was in the lot. This looks like a pillowcase as well. U.S. Navy.
75 is still a high bid right now.
This looks like maybe a bed skirt, a vintage bed skirt.
Skirt, skirt.
Skirt. Here's some fabric.
80 is the high bid now.
Here's some more fabric. Here's some felt squares. You've got tiger pattern. There's 1, 2, 3. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 of each. The tiger pattern and the cheetah pattern. And then you'll also get some yarn.
Can never have enough yarn, especially when it's red heart yarn.
You get that yarn.
I feel like that's false advertising. It says red, and it's not. It looks brown.
Red heart.
It looks brown.
I think that's the name brand.
Just throwing it out there. It still looks brown. High bid is still at 80.
There's some more yarn.
They're saying the Navy pillowcase is circa World War II. It very well may be. We did not look it up.
There's some more yarn.
JJ said, dude, Jeremy, make a Flintstones mankini with that tiger print. Who's to say I haven't already done that, JJ?
Wouldn't you like to know? And then you'll also get this gold string. And then here is a
texting gloves. Oh, you knit them. Oh,
yeah,
now
so
I see.
You use it. It looks like this. It's like a knit. It's like a knitter thingamajigger where you can make either gloves or scarves or whatever. But you can make texting gloves with this where you can use your fingers. And that completes this assorted yarn and fabric lot.
That's it? You went quick on that one. You never go quick on that one. Michelle Booth says, what happened to Harry Banana? Michelle Booth, if you're at the top level of the membership, then you will know. Because there was a Harry Banana video released today for the top level membership on What the Hales. All right, let's get back to it. Let's do it. $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States, additional shipping outside the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. Try and represent everything the best that we can. And I can promise you, I will not take those leopard prints and turn it into a mankini that I'm never going to tell you about.
What if whoever buys this lot makes one for you? Will you wear it then?
That I'm never going to tell you about. All right. You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because there's literally 1 minute to win it. Here we go. 1 minute to win it. I think we're still at 80. I think the high bid right now is 80. Dell said, might up the value. I don't know. Or decrease the value altogether. One or the other. Jessica said, well, George can get a 501c3 for a tiger sanctuary then.
Or giraffe.
You are a cougar.
You're not younger than me.
Says who?
You're older than me.
Boom, 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 boom. 10 seconds left to go. High bid is still 80. 10 seconds left to go. High bid is still 80. Deborah's now on at 81. 81. Marcia says, I am waiting on those hoodies. Deborah's still high bid right at 81. 81 is the high bid right now. 81. 81 going once. 81. No, Martha just came in at 90. 90 is the high bid. 90 is the high bid. Sold to Martha. Sold to Martha. All right, Martha, Jesse, James, Arts and Crafts. 90 is the high bid. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to send us a YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount of $90. Tell George it was the stuff.
Sorted yarn lot.
Yarn. Tell her it was the yarn lot. Right there, whatthales@yahoo.com. Backup is Deborah. Deborah, you're the backup as well at 81, and you can send George all that information as well. Okay, you know what this means.
All right, free lot time. Do you have the question you'll be asking?
No, I don't have the question yet.
Okay.
I do not have the question yet.
So
But-
I've got
You can show them what you got, and I will
I've
attempt to
got
look
two
at
of these
questions.
hoodies. They're both 5XL. If you are the winner this evening, the first two people to answer correctly, if you want us to autograph these, let us know ahead of time in the email, and Jeremy and I will gladly autograph it for you. But I'll have two lucky winners. And again, these are both 5XL. These are the last of the 5XL. And then I have, of this particular vintage hoodie, I've got one small, but that'll be for a future giveaway with some other What the Hales merch. So again, two lucky winners. Let me get my paper so that I can.
There's some good questions here.
Okay.
There are some good questions here.
Okay. So while you're deciding what question,
I think I
you
know.
want to
I think I
ask.
know. I think I know.
Okay.
I think I know.
All right. I am ready.
You're ready for me to tell you what the question is going to be?
Yeah. What the answer is.
You want the answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with this one right here.
Okay.
They're probably going to know it. So you better be ready.
If you watched the video, if you did watch the video,
Dang, I still smell that garlic from
and
last
you
Sunday.
paid attention, then the answer will be easy.
You hitting that garlic hard from last Sunday still. All right.
I had teriyaki for lunch. Teriyaki sauce.
You might as well hit it all at once. Get it out of the way.
It's like ginger and garlic together.
All right. Jeremy said he'd share Jesus with Elvis, but what does he refuse to share with Elvis? What is the one item Jeremy refuses to share with Elvis? Jeremy says he would share Jesus with Elvis, but what do I refuse to share with Elvis? What's the one item I refuse to share with Elvis? What could it be? There's some very brand new, nice hoodies on the line here.
Yeah. A lot of people are answering with ketchup.
It's a good answer. It's a good answer. I can see how they could come up with that answer.
All right, I'm seeing right now I've got one person that answered correctly. And now I need to find the second person who answered correctly. A lot of people are responding with jelly rolls.
No, I'd probably be
about
fine
that.
with sharing
Ketchup.
jelly rolls.
Getting a lot of ketchup.
I share ketchup. I do share ketchup. As a matter of fact, where we'll be tomorrow afternoon with our Bible study group, I have a bottle of ketchup over there specifically for when we're there.
We left it there on purpose.
Yes.
We definitely
Yes, we
left
did.
it there on purpose.
Yeah. So,
And
I told him you can use it. You can use it. I'll bring another bottle when I come back. And I'm going to bring another bottle anyway.
they're not going to use it though because they do low sugar. They like to buy the low sugar kind. All right. So we've gotten a couple people that answer correctly, but I need to go back up and make sure that I'm being fair and I'm doing this correctly. Because the chat, you guys know at home, the chat flies. So I want to make sure I have the second person that answered correctly with the correct answer. I know I saw it, but I just got to keep scrolling in the right direction.
Do you think the
All
answer
right.
is Garbage Pail Kids?
I got it. Got it.
It might be Garbage Pail Kids.
All right, so the first person to answer correctly is Stacy Gill with Metamucil. Congratulations, Stacy. Make sure you email us at whatthehell's@yahoo. Let us know that you were the winner of the hoodie giveaway. And the second person to answer correctly that I see on my end is Shadow Grey Wolf 45. Make sure you email us at whatthehales@yahoo.com. Let us know you are the winner of the What the Hales hoodie giveaway for tonight. Congratulations, you two. Thank you all for tuning in on our live and auction. Jeremy usually likes to end the live off with another song. Usually a lullaby.
A, B, C.
Thank you to everyone.
Oh, that was a pitchy dog. C, D, E.
Thank you to
F,
everyone that
G,
sent a super chat and a
H,
super sticker
I,
donation this
J,
evening. We appreciate you
K,
guys. Everyone that became a
elemental
member
B,
this evening or upgraded their member
Q,
or gifted a
R,
membership. We
S,
appreciate you guys so much.
T, U. Let's do like Bob Dylan. T, U, and V.
We try and
W.
do a pre-recorded video every day,
X.
Monday through Saturday at 5:30
Y, and Z.
Eastern Standard Time, and then we go live every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you, George? Won't you sing them with me?
But you know I don't sing. Good night, everyone. We love you. Say good night, Jeremy.
Good night, Jeremy.